All right.
And I didn't even notice our printer must have screwed it up, so it's a little bit battle tarnished. There's some pockmark. This is
I love it. Look
check
at
that out. The wine label that I designed when I first made Alcott.
That is so cool, dude. That is epic.
And so Serenity was helping me get dressed today, and she was like, "You want a wine bottle?" And I was like,
Yes.
"Yes."
Props are always needed. Come on.
That's so cool.
You kidding?
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Checking audio here. Looks good to me. Feels like hello, hello.
Checking 1 2 3. Audio looks good to me.
I'm eating. Is the audio on?
Yes. You want me to mute it?
Yes.
Make sure I got the right mic.
Yes.
All right. Say something into your mic.
Hello.
Mind handing me that bottle back?
No, this is like so good though.
And what's even better is it's an empty bottle. And last session I mentioned that he finished the bottle off.
But like
Didn't even think about that.
having the label be like
A little pockmarked.
aged like
Oh, that's right.
that,
You did, didn't you?
It looks like it's been through some stuff, which it makes sense.
Yeah, we almost brought a full bottle of actual like Sicilian wine that my dad brought over on a trip, and I was like, well, maybe not. I'll bring an empty bottle, and that'll be a lot better.
Wow, that's kind of cool. Oh, I made Mike Disney's Sicilian pasta.
How did that go?
I'm
did they?
so jealous right now.
It was a lot of fun. And I think they're planning, well, they said that they'd really do. They're planning to do Blue Box Con, so.
Good. I'd love to see Mike there.
More Blue Box Con people.
I mean, it already sounds like we've got a bunch of people.
Have their hotel.
So does Robert. He told us last night during the painting stream that Terry was doing that he had already gotten his hotel as well. So yeah.
Awesome.
That's great.
So Amanda kind of wants us to discuss at the meeting kind of what we want her to do, because she's really good at bases on minis. She's like, I can do a session on bases, or
Yeah.
whatever you know how to do.
She knows a lot. She's been given lots of painting tips, which has been super helpful.
Hello, Amanda. Good to see you. We're just talking about
Speaking
you.
of the Amanda.
Am I still muted?
Rory needs to call his crit in the chat.
They'll,
Oh, I know.
They'll still hear you a little bit when
What
you
did you
talk
think of
loud
my
when you
three-way-
pick up
I
on
liked
it.
it.
That was really interesting. That was it Unicorn called out Sling at a bugbear, and then right after Roger crit and called out Spear on a bugbear, and then I think Phantom came in and was like, so obviously the same bugbear, right?
Yeah.
And they were both like, yeah, why
Obviously.
not? And then Mad Wizard from Tales Tavern instantly afterwards rolled a crit. He didn't call it, and I was like, you want it to be a magic spell on the same bugbear? Sure. And so just today I rolled up their crit for all three of them on the same
Awesome.
bugbear. in a
Nice.
little fight.
Hey, thank you for
Three
the
crits, but two of them were
follow
fumbles.
already
One of them
from
was a crit.
Haas 00312. Appreciate that follow, my friend. Welcome
Gotta find the right
to
dice.
Blue Box. Thank you for the resub, Evelyn. And while we're getting ready here, how's the audio sound to everybody? How does my voice sound? How's the background music sound? It's quiet right now, but it should pop
Your
in a
voice could
second.
use a little improvement, but that's all right. with me.
Right, there we are.
Aw,
Hello!
I'm definitely going to be taking this off at some point.
Good afternoon, Caesar.
Well, it's just...
Caesar, I meant to say thank you again for last week. All those gifts, thank you very much, sir. I'm behind on getting into my Discord thank yous, but we really appreciate everything that you've done and all the support, my friend. Amanda,
so
also, I sent a picture and a thank you to you for the last
I forgot how far away I was.
knit dragon that you
after
sent me,
animation.
and I accidentally sent it to Michael instead of you, so hopefully he showed that to you, but thank you so much.
200 away.
How's the audio sound to you guys? Testing, do I sound too
Sound
loud, too
close.
quiet?
Very,
How's the
very.
music?
At this level, absolutely.
It's 3.5. Well,
Thank you.
3.25 stream MVPs.
I mean, I think
Sounds
if you were
good to
get
you.
the
All
next
right, great,
three stream
Amanda.
MVPs, you might just give you the 200 XP at that point.
So was Amanda one of the two people that was over here last Sunday?
No, that was
That was
Taryn.
Taryn.
Taryn,
okay,
yes.
thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I wanted to bring those down here. Maybe I'll go get them. Taryn gave me some watercolor pens.
Mm-hmm. Gorgeous.
They are really, really good.
I wanted to show them.
While you do that, why don't you also crank the AC down? Because it's going to get warm in here with all of our cosplay on.
I was gonna say.
But
Thank you, Biggie Paw. Good to see you, sir.
I follow Mythical Unicorn Painting on.
Keeps happening.
Oh.
I'm gonna wait a minute to finish
Yeah.
that thought.
Gotta love that.
I'll move that out of the way later.
But-
It's just a open aux jack there that easily bumps.
Just plug a pair of headphones into them.
Hey, Don. Good to see you.
I mean, solves the problem.
Yeah.
What- no,
Plug
it's
a pair of earbuds into them.
No, not open. I don't mean an open one. It's a used one, but it's being used, but it's got an extender
I
on
get
it,
what
and
you
that
mean. I get
extender
what you
makes
mean.
it.
It gets bumped.
Good to see you, Don from Tales Toriano. Good to see you as well.
Really good Instagram account.
You
They're always
did?
shouting
Yeah,
out
I'm teasing you guys. I'm going to go to sponsors
you out?
first today, so you
not
don't
yet.
get to see the
They might one
cosplay
day.
just yet.
Congratulations on winning
I don't
trivia,
do
Amanda.
enough pure
Oh,
paint.
she did. Oh,
Yes, she was doing Hocus Pocus trivia last night.
congratulations.
She is the knower of all
make a
things
painting
Hocus
account.
Pocus.
All right, let's take a look at a couple of our interesting
October.
things from sponsors. But
I want to paint a spooky.
Ooh.
'Cause I have a
before
bunch
we
of
go
skeletons,
to
Yeah.
just regular old sponsors, let me see how I want to do this. Actually, I didn't add that. I'll save that. I've got one special announcement that I'll save when we do switch over to our live where you guys can see us. Let's go through. Yeah,
So
very
good.
cool. All right, so let's
whoa.
watch our
Those are
Mantic
hard.
Games
Yeah.
Kings of War.
The mushrooms is great.
Hey Tim, good to see you. Oh, good job, Toriano. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, the Kings of War stuff is really, really cool.
Yeah, it is.
Hope you're enjoying Tailspire.
I keep seeing more and more people getting on Tailspire.
As it should be.
They had a Kings of War table that was 10,000 points versus 10,000. A normal game is 2,000.
Hey, good to see you, Bill. Hang on, wait.
Yeah.
Testing 1, 2, 3
10-foot
is
long
my.
table
There we go. Yeah.
filled
So,
with these
Bill,
models.
thank you
That's
so much,
insane.
man. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit as well. But Toriano, I hope you're enjoying Tailspire. It is a pretty cool tool, and it's funny to have your comment about spending 3 hours on Tailspire right before Bill, the master crafter of all things physical terrain, pops in, and he's working on something very special for us. And that's one thing that we are really, really excited about here at Blue Box is the way that we utilize both the physical and the virtual terrain. You'll see some of that today as well. Now, let's take a look at the Ferox Fabrications video.
I finally thought of the video game that this reminds me of. There's a game called Hotline Miami,
Oh, I know that too.
which is a vertical top-down shooter game that's like in the neon, soaked 70s.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, very Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, it's 80s vibe.
Yeah, 80.
Pure synthwave aesthetic.
Get that music.
Oh, great. Thanks, Bill. I
Dice
can't
holders
wait.
look So cool.
I know, right?
Oh, 3 days, not 3 hours. Wow. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Jen, is that vent open?
I bet the dice holder or that dice holder makes your dice
I feel
roll better.
Probably.
Yeah,
some
I
air.
would bet. Fair.
I'm definitely feeling the
make
air,
that
yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Luck manipulation. And
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's magnets in the bottom that pull the weight down.
Yeah.
Thank you to Darren and the team at Ferox. Incredible product that he makes. All right, with no further ado, we're going to switch to live, and you're going to see some really cool cosplay. So, we don't do this all the time here at Blue Box. It's pretty unusual for us. In fact, here, I'll turn your camera that way so you don't have to get too close to him.
Yeah, he is pretty weird.
But we do
fair.
we do it every
Patronizes
once in
it.
a while. In fact, I think for our Runelords campaign, we're going to do it once a month. And so our plan is probably the first Sunday of each month, but we'll see how that goes. But today I am your DM, John, or also known as DM Neuromancer, and you're with us here at Blue Box. So many folks already popping in. Thank you. We've got some announcements to go through today. We want to thank a couple more sponsors. So let's do our sponsor thank yous, and then we'll jump into just a quick, not only player introduction, but talk about the cosplay outfits. Some put a lot of detail into them, and we're going to have a fun time role-playing today as well. So you're getting You're getting every aspect of the styles of D&D today. You'll have theater of mind. You'll have physical terrain and minis. You'll have virtual tabletop. You'll have cosplay. You'll have voice acting, role play, and dice, and probably a player getting angry at some point. It's just everything that you could ask for in a good game of D&D. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Toriano. Thank you. Oh, Patrick, hope you're feeling well. So before we jump into that, I do have a special video for us all to watch. So let's check this one out. Nope, not that one.
Not that one.
This one.
Ooh.
If you're not excited about Virtual GreyhawkCon, this should get you there.
Present, greetings. I am none other than Duncan Jousley the Cromulent, the preeminent herald and town crier of Altamira. If my highly successful career on the semi-professional jousting circuit has taught me anything, it is always to remain ever vigilant for opportunity. And it is this sort of opportunity that I am offering you. And that is the chance to have your business, your organization, your town, your church, your community announced boldly, loudly, with verve and vigor by yours truly at the Altamira Grand Melee main event. I have a great deal of experience speaking loudly and telling people what to do. Harness my boots. There is a fee schedule for such services that I provide, and it is available at the Altamira Tourist Board in a handy brochure.
Which is currently in our
This has
Discord.
been Duncan Jousley. Don't miss out on the finer things.
Let's give Tim a hand. Well done, Tim. Absolutely fantastic. That is, of course, the ever mysterious Tim. Plays on Jay's channel all the time. Good friend of ours as well. And just a generally fun guy. That's, of course, all getting hyped for Virtual GreyhawkCon. If you're in our Discord, you'll see that we've also posted the link. The idea here is if you have a virtual or a gaming business that you would like to be promoted at Virtual GreyhawkCon, you can fill that form out, submit it, and you can have it announced during the Grand Melee, which of course is the replacement for the iteration rather of the Grand Joust that we had last year. So it's going to be a blast. Virtual GreyhawkCon is incredible. The lineup is going to be just it's amazing. The number of DMs, the games that we have going October 1st through 3rd. And I will be DMing on that Friday night and also on Sunday. I'm so excited about both of my games. Jay's got some big names as always. You're going to see many of the usual suspects, but some fresh faces. You've even heard me mention folks like Lawful Stupid, which have been newly introduced into our greater family here, and we love those guys as well. And they're going to be DMing many, many others. We'll go into more details as it gets closer, but do not miss Virtual GreyhawkCon. Yes, sir.
John, are you saying that if we wanted to advertise Devereaux Winery, we could do that?
You absolutely. Well,
Wonderful.
It's supposed to be Greyhawk, but if you wanted to have a version of Devereaux Winery somewhere in, let's say, Verbabonk, then yes, we can make that happen.
That's hilarious. Thank you.
No pickles, pirates.
Yeah, you can if you got it.
And apparently there have been no submissions yet from the Blue Box community as of I saw last recently. So.
That was So there are 20 competitors in the Grand Joust. Oh yes, and our own Brim, played by Josh of NPC Voices, will be one of the competitors in
Brim
the
will be a
Grand Melee.
contestant?
Yes,
That's going to be fun.
So that'll be fun. You'll have a half ogre amongst the competition, and so let's make sure that we show some submissions from the Blue Box community here and get that in for Virtual GreyhawkCon. All right, just quickly on a couple of our other sponsors. The Art of Mike Disney. He He was here with us just a little over a week ago. They've been at con. He brought with him many, many gifts and goodies, including I've got additional signed Overgord prints that are ready to give away to the community here. Taryn, who's Tea Time with Taryn, she brought some watercolor art. Why don't you show a little bit of Taryn's watercolor art? It's so
Gorgeous.
cool.
These are little cards you can send. She has an Etsy channel. And then these are going in Avonley's room because she wanted them.
Which is fair.
In fact,
They're
let me hold it to
gorgeous.
this camera because I can get you a better angle, a better shot on it. So this is Taryn,
Watercolor.
and that's Tea Time with Taryn is her Twitch handle. She's also got an Etsy channel, and she, like Mike, they both. They really invest in their art as their means of income, and so we love to support them. Really, really cool stuff, and thank you for that. And so, Art of Mike Disney, thank you for all your support. Troll Lord Games, our friends over there, Steven and Chuck, makers of Castles and Crusades. Our Friday Night Crusades continues to be a blast. Every Friday, our Discord channel blows up with all the hijinks of that crowd, and we appreciate it. Lots of fan art pops in there. I saw. I'm not really sure what it was how it was relevant to the story, but looked like a stainless steel minion drawn by Pat Draws in the fan art channel for Friday Night Crusade. So hopefully Robert is maintaining the integrity of the themes that we have here in Blue Box, but no. So thank you so much to the Troll Lord Games folks, and then Mantic Games. We already announced them, but they don't just do Kings of War. They also do Terrain Crate. We've got some Terrain Crate stuff on the table today as well, and we appreciate them. Frederica Draws is completing the last piece of artwork now for the new characters for Greyhawk Awakening Book 2. Which leads me to that announcement. There will be no Tuesday night stream this week. I'll announce it again a little bit later as the viewership grows. It's our prep week for the big launch on the 14th. So Tuesday the 14th, one Tuesday from this, is Greyhawk Awakening Book 2. And all new characters, all new artwork, a different part of the Flyness, but all an interconnected and interwoven story. You're going to love watching this unfold. Also, if you've got friends that are looking to jump into a stream, but maybe don't want to jump in at, session 57, which is understandable. This is a chance to get in at session 1 on the 14th if they want to get acquainted to new characters and start at the beginning of a story. Even though they're not they've missed the first part of the broader story, they'll be following these 5 characters and their story. So that'll be fun. Also this Wednesday, I will have Lore Masters Arcanum, and on Lore Masters Arcanum, I'll be joined by Christoph Nolan of Greyhawk Online, also the publisher of the Orth Journal. He's going to be with us on Wednesday night, and I'm going to be joined by Phantom NJ Robert, and we're going to have a great chat about the Greyhawk Online Wiki. The Greyhawk Wiki is fantastic. I use it all the time for my Tuesday night game. Also talk about the Orc Journal, publishing his story. It's going to be a blast on Wednesday night for Lore Masters Arcanum. You're not going to want to miss that. All right, what have I forgotten?
Cozy Gamer.
Cozy Gamer Dice. Yes, how could I forget Cozy Gamer Dice?
They helped me last week.
Rollers of many 20s. You need the Cozy Gamer Dice. They are not just cozy, they are potent. Yes, I purposefully chose a word other than puissant, so I did not get the look from my wife this time. But those dice are wicked awesome, and she's got all kinds of... I saw some this week that have like little embedded... she had embedded... What were they?
P-U-I.
I forget.
Yes,
Yeah. P-U-I-S-S-A-N-T. Puissant.
It's just a made-up word. It's not real.
I looked it up. It's real.
I tried. I couldn't spell it.
Yeah, fill it with your imagination.
Autocorrect wouldn't help me either.
Okay, I like it. So Pat Draw said our fan art on Tuesday will be a lovely white blank screen. Hey, Sinokin, I didn't see you up there. Good to have you with us as well, and everybody. All right, let's talk about the cosplay. All right, so I am simply bedecked in the robe of DM Neuromancer here. That's what I'm trying to. That's what I'm trying to do. It's my microphone. I think it knocked my color.
Oh no!
All right.
Pop the collar.
So let's go. From right to left, and let's start with Irda. And Irda is looking a little different than last time she did cosplay. Irda, go ahead and tell us about it.
All right, so yeah, some things happened recently. I lost an eye, and I have lost an eyelid. But at the end of last week's session, Irda made herself battle ready and added her makeup. So
cool.
that is what I have on now, is the makeup. And yeah, that's my addition this time. I have a breastplate saved that I'm looking at getting, but I'm saving up for that.
Well done, well done. All right, you've got a lot to talk about, my friend.
Yes,
So
I'll
if you
cross
would,
that
kind of maybe even stand at some point so we can see more of the outfit. And I'll pull the camera.
So
your way.
I've got the classic Noble's cape that the gracious Chandler has allowed me to wear. I will very quickly just slightly undo it to reveal a beautiful jury rig job on a poofy shirt, which is just a bandana with a safety pin. And then I've got the vest that I wore at my wedding.
Breaking out the
and some other fun stuff. I've got a nice little belt on that I thought was very adventure-y, and printed off a wine label for an empty wine bottle that we had. If you remember last session, Alcott emptied his wine bottle, and it's even a little battle scar.
Well, yeah, he plays this off like, oh yeah, oh by the way, hey old school FRP, thank you for the sub.
Not all planned.
Look, check this. This is the way you get into character. The
Exactly
Devereaux
the way I got into
Vineyard. That's the crest, the finch. That's all part of his backstory. And he actually created and printed a wine label for the Devereaux family wine. I love this so much. I would like you to take a picture of that and post it on our
absolutely.
Discord. That's awesome.
I mean, I'm tempted to just let you keep this as a prop in the back because
Yeah.
it's an empty wine bottle. I'm not going to use it. So.
You always need props.
Exactly.
Stuff.
But that's Alcott. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention. I put a little white makeup in the edges of the hair.
Look at
And today I got a
that.
haircut to get as close to Shorn as Alcott
I thought
can
you were
be.
just trying to be like me.
My wife put it in. I was like, oh, I look old. This is weird.
Really? Did you have to follow up my comment with that comment?
Yes.
That was very passive aggressive,
No,
Thomas.
but my grandpa's hair went gray early, and you're supposed to go after your grandpa on your mom's side, right? So
He robbed the cradle. That's all I'm doing.
No, it might have been the middle school, but not the cradle that I robbed. All right, hey, so good to see you. Thank you for joining us.
you just call you old?
Danny Bambino, thank you for joining us. All right, Markov.
It's
Impeccable.
It's the usual. I always opt out of my full breastplate because I don't want to sit here stuck
In
like
pain.
this the whole time. And of course, bringing the Liber Monsterum as always. I think I've shown this once
You
or
have,
twice.
but it's so cool.
It's been a while. Can you show us the latest entry in the Liber Monsterum?
Yeah, I'm working on a Golem section, but one of the most recent ones has been the Red Dragon's appendix from. I showed y'all that.
Yeah, let's
Yes.
bring it. This was
So cool.
from the juvenile red dragon they encountered in Fort Von Frost. And this is part of his Liber Monsterum, where he keeps all of his notes of the adventure and his artwork, and just super, super cool. I love that.
Thank you.
All right, and then last but not least, now, this is a big deal. Cade has never really done cosplay on our stream before. A hat's been worn a couple times.
There was a bandana.
There's a kerchief that kind of gets tied like a bandana. But tell us about the fit.
Well, it's a little outfit I actually bought for the Renaissance Festival last year, but since my family was here, I did not want to feel left out, so I put it in my closet. Yeah, I bought it for that. What else do you want me to say?
No, that's perfect.
No, it
That's
looks great.
perfect.
I love the hat.
Her mic isn't on.
It's fixed now.
okay.
They were still able to hear you,
I
though.
love that
You'd just been echoed.
you
through.
have perfectly cosplayed Caden, that his hat is never perfectly
It's
on
not-
straight
I
and
mean,
kind of ruffled and
What can I say?
And I missed it. I didn't even notice Danny Bambita rated us with 4. Thank you for that
Oh,
rate.
hey.
You look fantastic. That's great cosplay. Thank you, all of you, for investing and just having a little bit of fun with it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, we're gonna
adds to the atmosphere.
Yeah, it is, and we're gonna get right into the D&D here. I'm trying to think if I forgot something. I feel like I did, but I'll remember it at break. All right, let's go through player introductions. We'll go reverse order this time. Tell us about your PC. Tell us if you leveled up. We need to know that because I did give out XP this time.
I did not.
Okay. And then we'll go to what happened last time, and we'll get right into our game. Let's start with you, Cade.
Oh. Wait.
Player introduction.
Oh, huzzah! You landlubbers in the Sea of Twitch, how ya be today? I am a level 10 swashbuckler. I am currently working on, well, I own 2 drinking establishments. One is being built, the Pickled Pirates. That will be my pride and joy. And there are 3 things that I love. Women. Oh no. Let's change that. Winches. Gold. And rum. And there you go. There will be plenty of that this session.
And as they're going, thank you very much, Danny. I appreciate that. Tell us also, chatters, how each person's mic sounds and how the music sounds. We should be really close to dialing in the audio for our Sunday session. These are all upgraded wired mics that we have in today, and we're doing some sound mixing. So just keep letting us know. We're going to fine tune until we're not talking about audio anymore. Thank you for your patience. Markov.
Yes, Markov, a level 10 Inquisitor, a sanctified slayer even, a monster hunter, traveler, and enigmatic figure. I often come off as standoffish, but really my conviction is my strength, so I don't see that so much as a downside. I have helped this group since my arrival to slay a red dragon as well as dispatch of 2 golems in due time at the unfortunate loss of Irda's eye. But these are casualties that happen when one faces the perils of the dark. So yes, now I've been hurtled through space by
Perils of the Dark.
our wizard, who needs to practice teleportation perhaps a little bit more to get it down.
You get us out of there.
The magic mishap of Mr. Alcott.
We're alive.
Alcott Devereaux, wizard extraordinaire, exited you from the devil's lab with great ease. Perhaps not where he meant, but safe nonetheless. Hoping, after this long rest, to get us to actually where he meant to get. So, let's see. That's me.
Alright, hello everyone. I am Irda Leonril. I am an Azamor. I am a level 8 Scald, a level 3 Paladin of Sarenrae. I currently have a really shiny, cool new shield that I got last week. That actually allows me, after having lost an eye, to see a little better than I did before I had lost an eye. So, that's pretty cool. And then, we've been fighting our way around trying to stop these bad guys from making everything bad.
Yeah, from making everything bad.
All right, outstanding. So thank you, everyone, for all the feedback. The music sounds good. The mics sound good. We appreciate that. Thank you for your patience. We wanted to take a little extra time and test that. Again, thank you for the follows, the subs. Thank you for the raid. Let's quickly go into what happened last time, and then I'll tell you what's going to start this time.
All right, so last time we started off as the teleport was in action out of the Golem Maker's lair, and our lovely Alcott rolled a 92, bringing it to 102 with the 10-point added disadvantage to the roll, and sent us hurtling somewhere. Which we discovered was somewhere actually near where we had originally met Alcott way back when in the mountains, after a bit of deduction. But we ended up in the middle of basically Ragnar's bedroom in the middle of the night. He jumped out of bed and threatened us a bit because to be fair, we were in his place. Alcott recognized the symbolism as belonging to that of a barbarian religion, so we figured we were probably in some sort of barbarian's settlement. So we quickly made our way out after a bit of Cade diplomacy, actually. He kind of smoothed things over as best as he possibly could. And after some bandaging help from both Markov and Alcott, providing protective lens for Irda's eye, they made their way out and into the wilderness, a little bit away from this this settlement. And Alcott actually brought up the secure shelter that he has used several times before, so that we could rest. There was a little bit of discussion around the shield that the party had retrieved from Zayden's office, lair, whatever you want to call it. And Cade spent a lot of time talking to the shield, looking for answers, trying to find ways to get his taste for rum back, including dumping rum on the shield, which the shield did not take very kindly to, because the shield is sentient, by the way, and it did not like that very much, and actually wanted out of Cade's hands as soon as possible. The shield actually made its way to Alcott, who began to identify to Markov's displeasure, because he did not want arcane magics being used on the identification of a holy relic. However, Markov took his leave for a little bit and managed to hunt himself up a ferret.
Slay a mighty monster.
Yes, the brave monster slayer of ferrets. And he returned with food after Alcott was finishing this identify spell. And Alcott basically did confirm that the shield was who the shield said he was, which was the Shield of Alcadrian, who had been a paladin and one of the founders of Magnamar, actually. And we talked a bit about the Thessalonian Empire with the shield, and actually Irda became the new holder of the shield, as it has approved of her holy fight against the powers of evil. So yeah, and then Cade made one more attempt at rumming it at the end of the last session, and that's where we ended last time.
The use of rum as a verb. I
like
it. Rumming it.
Would be rumming
Well
it.
played. Well played. All right. So let's talk about what finished after last time, and I'll tell you where we're starting off today. So you did manage to get through a fitful night of sleep inside the secure shelter. Irda, even though she possesses a phenomenal constitution for pain, did toss and turn and groan in pain in the night, keeping her eyes wrapped in this bandage, using the monocle to protect the eye, which no longer has a lid, the lid having been severed, the other eye having been destroyed. When you awake the next morning, Alcott, you are successful in casting your teleportation back into the townhome of Foxglove.
Great.
So we're going to begin today in the
He's not even gonna
Foxglove Townhouse. Yeah, I'm not letting you roll a teleport check again and get this whole stream off in the wrong direction.
Just for fun.
So if you
It's successful
He would've made it.
automatically.
yeah, if you missed last week, I had all kinds of ideas of what the party might do, and then he failed his teleport check at the very beginning and threw them. And by the way, I want to make one correction. You were not exactly in the same area that you initially found him. You were in the same general direction,
Yes.
and you kind of assessed you couldn't tell exactly where you were. You were hundreds of miles to the east and north of Magnamar, and somewhere sort of, let's say, within 50 to 100 miles of the spot where you had been, feeling like you were probably a little further west.
Somewhere in the same range.
Same sort of general area. All right, and with that said, we will begin. You find yourselves appearing. It is still morning, of course. You woke up that morning. You're in the morning of Magnamar, and unlike last time, Alcott manages to deposit you precisely in the right location. You find yourselves up on the third floor of the Foxglove Townhouse. The area where this fireplace existed. There's a bitter chill outside. It is still, of course, winter. I reference this quite often because the winter will not allow you to forget it. Every time you step outside, every time you're exposed, it is quite frigid. You see there is a dusting of snow across the rooftops and streets of Magnamar as you arrive in the Foxglove townhome. Within the space of a few moments, you have managed to get a fire roaring with a little bit of arcane assistance from Alcott, and it begins to take the chill off. Irda still suffering, but clutching this shield. Cade mumbling to himself as he just continues to feel the punitive measures of Serenray against him. And Markov just jotting notes into this mysterious book that he has. And so it is with that we begin Blue Box, episode 67, I believe.
68.
68 of Runelords, and also titled today, Beauty and the Booze.
It's a good one.
Yes.
As we get the fire roaring and we stop shivering a bit, where do we think our house servant is? And are we going to surprise her a good bit if we go downstairs?
We probably would. I don't know if she's downstairs. Hopefully she is downstairs.
She must be deaf if she can't hear us stomping around up here.
I'm a little surprised we made it here safely. Practice makes perfect. Elcott, I guess.
Sure.
Perhaps the gods made it happen this time.
Ah,
That is one interpretation.
He's gotten us what he intended most of the time. There was
In fact, it was just the one.
one time that we were.
I'll
off
never
the
let
mark.
you forget it either.
You mess up once. All right. So today's goal:
Yes.
get the shield to the church. Correct?
Yes.
I know, but I do believe he is possibly open to letting you keep it for now.
At least tomorrow to help defend against everything. I hope-
Perhaps. We shall see.
At least we have the intentions to return it, unlike somebody else.
Do you have any other ideas?
Well, once the shield is taken care of, then I would suggest we deal with your debtors, which I still think is quite a high priority to determine who they are that you
Agreed.
need to pay, after all. I have ways of getting the information. I'm sure if you give me enough latitude, I can find it.
I don't doubt that.
I feel like I shouldn't be around when he starts getting information out of people. It concerns me a little bit.
I would like to very much be around for that. I like to learn.
I know you do. It's well known.
What about you, Cade?
What?
What do you want to do?
Well, what time is it?
It's early morning.
Oh,
Yeah,
early
yeah,
morning.
yeah.
Oh, well. Well, we need to get your debt settled with the... Don't we need to return the...
Yes, we have 6 days. Not that I'm counting.
Not very long, I might add.
Should be 5 now.
No, it was 7 when we went to sleep
Alright.
last night.
Alright.
I've been counting them off individually.
Alright.
So, let's go to the Temple of Abaddon. Shall we?
We shall.
Alright.
As you discuss this, you do also note there's a heavy draft through the house. You don't see any windows open here, but now you can feel the chill. Now that you got the fire going, the draft comes up pretty strong
From downstairs?
That's
Oh.
concerning.
Let's hope it's not a
Oh,
hole in the wall from a vengeful golem maker.
That would be bad.
Doesn't it seem a little chilly in here? Seeing we got a fire going. I don't like being cold.
Cold doesn't bother me much.
Well, it bothers me.
Well, why don't you lead the way? Shield and all.
Yeah, so Irna will lead the way downstairs.
All right, so as you move to head downstairs, and for our viewers, this is the outside of the Glove Townhouse, and I haven't really let all the players kind of see the full glory of the setup here, so I'll just kind of rotate this around. You see the Glove Townhouse is the tallest townhouse on this stretch of street here in Magnamar, and whereas the houses around it simply have stone walkways that lead to the main road, the Glove Townhouse does enjoy a substantial yard, garden, a fountain up in the front of it. And while certainly in disrepair, the fountain still flows, and the townhouse is still an impressive sight. As you move downstairs in the you guys or Miss right? Okay. Exactly. What was that? Oh, that was.
It's a weapon.
That was why it was. That's why it was hard to turn. That's my doorstop for this thing to keep it from spinning when I don't want it to. So.
Oh, that's funny.
It's not doing it now. So, as you move down the creaking steps of the townhouse, the draft and the chill gets stronger, and you, as you come down, you feel also a sense of foreboding. You come down to the bottom stairs, you go through the second floor, you see everything does look like it's been recently cleaned and wiped down, but there is at least, judging just by casual glance, a week or two of dust. And as you reach the bottom floor, you see the front door is wide open. Looks like the lock has been forced, and you see blood stains on the entryway.
Oh, this does not look good.
I'm immediately going to walk over and kneel and inspect the scene. Let's see here. I think I have something here. And we have a rest. I'm going to cast Heightened Awareness as I look over it.
Okay.
Let's see here. So I take out the implements from my satchel, strike a match. Or not a match, they wouldn't have matches here.
No, it's flint and steel.
Flint and steel to light an incense and place in a little holder that I have to cast the ritual. And then take a look over it. What type of roll do you think this would be?
Let's see. We're gonna go for you on this. What do you have? This skill that you're using here? Remind me again what it's called.
Oh, Heightened Awareness.
Okay, and then your investigation. What are you specifically looking for? What are you trying to determine?
I'm trying to look over the lock of the door, determine if it was picked open or if it was somehow mangled and broken open. Look at the hinges, see how hard, if any, force was used to bust open the door, and then inspect the blood and see if there is a trail that leads just out into the yard or anything like that.
Yeah. All right. So nothing need to be rolled for the lock or the hinges. You can clearly see the lock looks warped, and by dents in the wood, it was forced by some type of metal object, perhaps a pry bar or something else, snapped the lock to force the door open. You do see the blood, as I mentioned, and I'm going to have you roll. Let's do a perception roll, and then also do a wisdom check. So the perception roll d20, add your perception bonus to it. On the wisdom roll, roll your die and tell me how far under your wisdom or over your wisdom you roll.
Great, wonderful. Give me just a moment as for that
One of the
spell.
things I like in 5e is they have a skill called investigation. Which
Yeah,
is
they have-
specifically for this.
They have that also. I think there is
Okay, so
in
it's +2.
in 3.5 D&D there is an additional skill. I don't know if they have investigation, but I know there's also a search versus a perception.
Yeah, I
so the
remember
different
reading that.
systems have
Yeah.
different ones. Yeah.
Total of 30 on the perception.
Okay.
And then the wisdom, 15. I got to double check I think I have a pretty high wisdom. Yeah, 18 wisdom. So I rolled
3
under my wisdom.
How far? What was your
3 under.
3? All right. All right. So you can see as you look more closely, there are in fact drag marks. You can determine it looks like there was a struggle. The blood splattered here is not a significant amount, so it looks like perhaps a wound was sustained in the struggle. You are able also to make out from the still, somewhat covered by the dusting of snow and time, but there are at least three sets of footprints in addition to a drag mark that moves out into the courtyard.
Okay.
Didn't we leave Jenny with some money?
Yes.
If I had to immediately guess what this was, I would believe maybe the bartender decided that 5 gold or however much you paid was not enough and decided to take her back. Otherwise, maybe one of the enemies of the heroes of Sandpoint decided that she may have some information on you all.
Can we get a sense of direction of where she was taken?
Well, we can take a look, follow. I do not believe that once this gets to the rest of the thoroughfares that we will be able to make much headway on where it goes as it mixes with all the other boot prints, but there are houses next to us. We can ask them if they saw any kind of struggle. You know, it looks as though a lot of noise was made, and I don't believe she was carried off silently, unless they bound and gag her. It's worth asking.
Can I look how fresh the blood is that's spilled on the...
This could not have occurred in the last...
It looks like it was perhaps less than a day ago. I mean, it looks like it's cold and it's enough to dry, but I mean, it's still fresh.
Well, if it happened during the night, possibly. Then,
We were only gone so long.
right? But if it happened during the night, there will be less people to have seen what happened, potentially.
Potentially, yes. It's worth asking.
Yes, of course.
Perhaps a report to the local constabulary would also be of note. We are in a...
They're useless here.
Oh, I believe it. I've lived here for quite a while. Yeah.
Well, we could head to the Krabby Nellers.
Oh, you certainly should. I believe you should try and remove all options possible. However, when one checks that hypothesis again, you would say, why would he take all the time to come all the way out here? He didn't know where we were going to get back one bartender. It is still a possibility, but
That was your hypothesis.
it was my hypothesis, and I check it again, and I cast it aside almost as much or almost as quickly as I raised it.
Who knew that you both own this place other than Ixon?
Living? I do not know.
Scrying spells are always a possibility as well, but perhaps it could have just been some thugs.
I think I have something that can help with this. Because I forgot, I literally have a spell that does exactly what we need.
Great.
Yeah, and I'm going to pull out something here from my bag. We're gonna put what looks like an autumnal-looking leaf that's been carefully placed in between two pieces of parchment to keep it from crumbling.
Right.
And then I will take some snow and melt it into a small cup or bowl from my bag to kind of create this little sitting water, lay the leaf, and again, striking more incense, will cast Find Quarry.
Oh,
Uh,
that would
Seems
that
like
would
a
do it.
useful spell.
yeah.
That would do it.
Yeah, that would do it. So all that to do to say the following. See, finding people is my speciality. You sense whether a well-known creature, you can clearly visualize somebody, yeah, I met her, is within a 20-mile radius of your current location, as well as the distance and direction to the creature in relation to you. I can also discern whether the creature is moving, its direction, speed, and mode of movement. Perfect. That's
Great.
it.
And what was the range again?
20 miles.
Okay.
The saving throw is none, and there is no spell resistance, and it is instantaneous.
So you just find her.
Well, I don't necessarily find her, but I know approximately where she is. Yeah.
As Markov concentrates and does his thing, this somewhat quirky and occasionally mystical, often suspicious gentleman that has joined
Yeah.
the Heroes of
I
Sin.
like all that.
Accurate.
He taps as you're all talking about what to do. He taps his chin, and I might have an idea. And he casts this spell. As you cast the spell, you see a grim look come across his face. You can clearly tell that Ginny was taken, carried unconscious by three men whose route traveled unerringly back underneath the Iron Span to the Shadow and to the Krabby Nethers. yours.
So my first hypothesis was indeed correct.
Hey.
I see. It appears I was wrong twice, if that can even be imagined.
Interesting. I remember being wrong once yesterday, and I was scolded very badly.
It seems as though that she's
Say
currently
on.
in the crabby.
Oh,
Meadows.
well, I caught on to that one. See, my sensibilities are on point.
You're on point today, Cade.
Kate, it seems like there's a winch that might need your help.
Oh, hi-ho, let's go!
Ida, remind me, did you use magics to convince him of the sale of this person?
No, but it just hears
And
me.
there's a bartender that's gonna be, I'm burning that place to the ground.
I haven't used my charm spells in a very long time. I just
Interesting.
used my sheer personality to convince him.
Well, I bet he'll like your new look a little better.
I might try to alter at least a little bit of this.
You don't want to alter him?
Oh, we're gonna alter him!
Well, let's go save her.
So you head off across the streets of Magnamar?
Yes.
All
after
right.
pocketing the leaf.
As you move out, hang on, let me kill this. As you move out onto the streets, you reach the streets of Magnamar, and they're beginning to bustle now in early morning. Yeah, don't pay attention to this. This is not where you're at now. Reach the streets of Magnamar, and it's bustling. You do exactly as you would have suspected. Any trail or print is now well lost in the foot traffic that occurred over the evening and the morning. But you push your way through the press. I would like each of you to describe something for me that you see as you move through the city, heading back toward the Crabby Nethers and the Irespan Shadow.
I'll go first, because I have an idea. I see a merchant stall opening his shop for the morning, and he's put his stuff out, and he has in front of him a set of scales in front of him, some nice gilded scales, and he puts a key on one side, a gem on the other, a couple coins on the one side, and he's looking like he's trying to keep it balanced, and he has a book in front of him, and Alcott notes what he's doing because he saw his father doing that every single morning. That is the daily obedience of a follower of Abadar, the god of cities and wealth, which of course Alcott's father would be a follower of. Alcott never really got into the whole religion thing because he's, not into that.
There's a lot of really cool gods.
But when he sees that, he makes that connection again and then connects back to the shield and keeps walking with purpose.
All right, well done. I like that. Markov.
While walking through the street, I spot amongst the crowd a well-to-do gilder, a merchant, obviously, wealthy to a point where he most likely owns property within the city. And strangely enough, a youth bumps into him, knocking some things out of his hand as he walks through, and the youth generously helps him pick some of it up. But Markov, the discerning eye that he is, notices a few of the items don't make it back into his hand as the hooded youth doesn't run, but disappears back into the crowd.
Very nice, very nice. Cade.
Well, at this point, I'm a little angered. And I'm on a mission. But on my way, I do spy children playing, some beautiful women on the side. And I sing, ha-ho, ha-ho! Here Cade goes. Hi-ho, hi-ho! Follow me wherever I go! And I throw out some coins.
I walk away from him.
And I do a little jump in the air.
Of course, as you throw the coins, you begin to attract a crowd. I'm not going to ask you to demonstrate the jump in the air, given the attire that you're wearing today. But well played. I love it. And yes, you see them all start scrabbling around, children, but adults alike. Oh, he's back! He's back! It's the one that gives a coin! We've seen him before!
Arr! You want to see a show today, folks? We're gonna avenge Jenny. Let's go to the Crabby Nethers. I want a crowd there.
Will you be giving us more coin if we fall us?
Cheer on well, you might.
Okay. All right.
The louder they cheer, the more that I'll give.
Irda, as you clutch the shield, you still, and it's disorienting for you a bit as you're moving, because it's almost as though you're seeing through the shield, and the vision seems to be slightly low. When you hold it high or you hold it low, you actually change your area of perspective, as long as you have that eye covered. Now, if you pull that open, of course, you can still see through your own natural eye, but even that is feeling dry and painful now. Even the monocle cannot completely lock in the moisture, and you're unable, of course, to blink San's eyelid. What do you see as you're moving down the street?
As Irda moves along, she pays attention to the sounds of people going about their daily lives, and just, talking, chatter happening from all around. And every now and then she spots one of the guard of Magnamar and just kind of shakes her head in just their sheer failure of protecting people like Ginny and others that go missing all the time, and just as she continues on.
But the Lord Mayor is quite proud of his guard and thinks they do so well.
Well,
For him.
the Lord Mayor has some splaining to do.
Some splaining. All right, so as you move down the streets, you all see exactly as described, and probably somewhat unfortunately, you seem to be picking up a crowd, as Cade has got people following you now, and there are a good 20 people that are trailing behind you, shouting out, waiting for coin, and it's starting to gather and attract attention as you're moving.
It's a bit conspicuous, don't you think, Cade?
Well, I like a crowd when I go on full display. Rum, 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 rum is the drink I love. And I have them all singing.
In Cade's defense, justice is best carried out in public.
All right.
Oh, and it's gonna be carried out.
Irda pulls her hood up, and she's going to very subtly cast Alter Self on herself to make herself look like she did. Keeping the makeup, but just making herself look as she did, eyelids and all.
All right. As you do this, you all see suddenly Irda now looks as beautiful as she once did. And you know, of course, this is glamour, and that she is still looking through the shield, but no one else would be able to tell this. Soon, Kate, I'd like you to go ahead and roll persuasion.
Oh boy. I would like to petition the good people in the Sea of Twitch. We need some, our way. Oh, I only get one. I only get one down. Oh, good God. Persuasion.
Yours is pretty good, though,
I
right?
think you're like a 17.
Yeah, it's something really high.
Oh,
It's
that's
plus
not the
15.
right.
When Cade
Diplomacy.
starts
Yes, plus
talking,
19.
people start listening.
19. All right. So, go ahead. And, what's the song you want them to sing?
The rum song.
It's my rum song.
I don't.
Oh.
Rum,
Rum, rum, rum is the drink I love. Rum, 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 I drink it till it's gone.
All right. Soon the whole crowd begins to join in. Some perhaps enjoying the off-key lyrics. Others clearly just hoping the performance will engender more coin being tossed into the street. And so we're going to all have to role play the crowd now for her.
Oh, great.
All ready to go? Here we go. Rum, 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 rum is the drink I love.
Toss more coins.
Rum, 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 I drink it till it's gone.
I jump up and then I throw out some coins.
All right, you scatter coins. And there are, in moments, another 12 people. You have a crowd of about 30, 35 people that are following you. As you move through the town of Magnamar, there are lots of eyes upon you, and soon you find yourself descending, even as the morning sun is growing, ever there is shadow beneath the iron span. And so you soon find yourself descending into the sort of the gully there that is this concave section of the city of Magnamar, where the shadows exist. You see the buildings grow more squat. You begin to see the plants look much less tended to weeds growing through the cobbles, even in the bitter chill of winter. You see more threadbare clothing among the peasantry that walk past you. You see squalor, even as chamber leavings are dropped out of short windows, and you find yourself in the familiar area of the shadows.
Do we see any of the members of that crowd be like, all right, it's time to go home?
Too far from me.
So that depends. Cade, are you still throwing coin?
Well, I did it that just after.
No, but yeah, now we're so now you're getting into the shadow. You do
Well,
see.
I need to know.
Okay.
What is around the Crabby Nethers? Is there important stuff? Or is it by itself? I have a plan that I want
We
to
know
do, but
what
I need
It's a
to know.
Well, the Crabby Net, everything in the shadow is ramshackle huddled together. It's think of any sort of poor area in a large everything. You got residences and small shops backed up against each other. This is nothing like the area of the Foxglove Manor.
Not spacious.
I'll pull some of this down so you guys can see the players a little better. Everything is on top of each other.
I just don't know if
You can't set the Crabby Nethers on fire without setting everything on fire.
And plus, that place is a ticking
Was
time
it that
bomb.
transparent?
With all the rum vapors in the air, that place is a ticking time bomb.
Oh, rats! It would have been very cool. Can you make it by itself a little bit?
Something tells me the Corroborous might thank you for your work, though, if you did.
Yes, that guy sucks.
Well, I have another plan then.
I would not leave that there.
Another plan.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
There's a plan B?
There is a plan B.
What's the plan
It's
B?
not as good as the plan A.
Well, the plan A was going to result in this entire place burning down, so let's hear the plan
Yes,
B.
please, plan B.
Hold on. So, are you, as you're saying this, yeah, you've made no effort to be quiet.
As he never does.
Yeah, the people start kind of looking at you, and some of them peel away.
Why? Because
you're
you're
talking
talking
about burning
about
a
place.
No, wait a minute. When I was talking to you, I was asking OOC.
No, but then you guys started talking.
I thought they were asking OOC.
Okay.
OOC.
All right.
Okay, but you guys can't have
I
it.
did not ask them. I asked you, so then they joined in. I did not ask them. I asked
That's
you.
a fair point. We did add on to that.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you this one time, but you've got to know you can't be asking them OOC
No, but
questions that would
I
be
did not ask
easy-
them. I asked you.
No, but then you switched. to
No.
them.
They asked me. They engaged me.
Evelyn made a
Okay,
comment.
then
That's fine.
for all of that.
Wait. While you were taking apart the building, so I just want to make sure.
I get that, but for all of them, you shouldn't be doing in-character conversations out of character. So, they asked what Plan B was. That conversation should not be
Well,
happening.
I know.
Right? So,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, I thought they were asking me what my plan was.
Yeah, but they can't
In
do that out of character.
But I
Yeah.
wasn't in my place.
Okay, Jim, please carry on.
Okay. My plan A. Okay, now, this is what I would do. But I don't want them to know everything's
So keep it a secret.
sneaky jack.
Are you trying to be sneaky?
You don't want who to know? Me to know or the crowd?
Well, you guys didn't even know I was going to firebomb the place.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, it's,
I didn't. He certainly knew.
All right.
I could guess. She's been with you
here's
long
what
enough.
I want to do.
Did he say fireball?
Oh my God.
It's a joke.
You're surrounded by people. There's you're thronged about.
Firebomb, it's a sort of drink.
yes.
Firebomb.
Lots of rum.
Rum.
Is he gonna be giving us any more coin? We're not going in there. It's dangerous in there. But if you're giving more coin, we'll follow.
After. Just wait. The louder you cheer, the more I'll give. There we go. All right.
All right, what's the plan?
I huddle them closer away from the people. All right, what's the plan? I'm gonna just sneak attack. I wanna bash in the front door and throw a dagger.
Well, why don't we learn
Right
some
on.
information first?
No,
That's not really sneaky.
then I didn't want to tell you guys.
Not really sneaky.
Well, why did you? That's a very good one. I'm gonna kick the door in and loudly exclaim, "Huzzah!" It's like,
I do.
That's another
Stealthily.
T-shirt. Stealthily sneaky. I love that.
I have stealthy finesse. Don't worry about it.
It's all good. No, I wanted to pee his pants. Right there.
I mean, the place is already filled with pee.
How does Kate?
Yes.
How does that help the lady?
We gotta get.
He'll hand her over because he's so scared.
It just seems like a lot of grandstanding for
Huzzah!
helping this person.
Huzzah!
Okay.
I mean,
We're gonna make our stamp here, and I want to destroy that place.
Clearly, grandstanding is not a word that Kate understands to be negative.
I did have a thought.
Yes.
Perhaps you two could go in and confront. Markov and I could
Oh, I plan on
determine
confronting, but I
Jenny's
want to make
location.
a grand entrance.
Still works with my plan.
Okay.
Is that all right?
that works for me.
Good.
Perhaps we could use the crowd. Although I
In
don't
our
really-
favor.
You note a few have started to wander away with disinterest.
Call them back, Cade.
Let's see.
Throw a coin.
You throw a coin here, you get 60 people to come around.
It's true.
Oh.
Be careful, you do not want to start a riot.
Hi ho. Hi ho.
You're whispering this right now?
Well, how close am I to the crabby nether?
Are you practicing before we go in? Is that...
My name is Captain Kate Cardinal. Prepare to die.
You stole my woman.
Stole my woman.
Prepare to die.
I might shoot that.
What are we doing?
Well, how close am I to the... Because
Oh, yeah,
I
you
want it
guys
to be
are-
a surprise.
You're less than a half mile away.
Great.
Oh, okay. All right.
Shall we peel off?
Yes.
All right.
You
I have a message prepared.
stay next to
As
me.
do I.
You look like you're made of money, even though we know that's not true right now.
Good point. And I I pull out the dagger that I got from Bresden back at the thing.
The fort.
The fort, and I cast Alter Self on myself to look like him. I say, Commutatus Idem, and I pass my hand over my face.
And now you look like...
Bresden, just this guard-looking man, but he's a little bit more weary-looking than the guards around town because it's Fort Von Frost.
Oh, did you see that?
And he actually does his job.
Oh, did you see what he did? It was amazing. He's a wizard, I think.
Thanks. I just walk off.
All right, Kate.
And I imagine that we're going to go into a back alley that's kind of behind the shop or near it.
Okay.
I'm going through the front door.
Yeah, yes, you are.
You two
There.
are.
Oh,
We're together.
Oh, okay.
As the plan slowly dawns on Kate.
All right, Kate. I'm going to back you up.
Okay. I get my daggers out.
Maybe we don't throw daggers immediately.
Yes.
You might hit someone you don't mean to.
I'm good.
Smaller knives.
Little daggers. But a flesh wound.
The chat is already threatening to take away our adult beverages, so
All right.
I think you love.
Let's try to get to Grease Fingers before the whole situation.
Oh, do you
implodes.
see? Are you able to see through things and see where he is?
And I kind of grasp his shield and focus.
Holding my
Can I
quarterstaff.
see through
Back to the back door.
things? I do have true sight, but I don't know what that.
Yeah. So what are you trying to see through?
Just to test to see if I can see through just a nearby building, because I know we're not quite to the Crabby Nethers yet.
All right. No. So as you look at a nearby building, you clutch the shield, and it looks like the wall. It looks sort of wavy as you concentrate, like you're purposely trying to look past it, but you're not able to see through it.
I can't see
Oh,
through.
crud.
Me and him have an idea when we get there.
Yes, when we get to the back door of
Yes.
the place.
If
well-
there is a back door to the place.
So
Just fling it. I'm gonna hope for the best.
maybe I should go in first, and then I can give you the direction that he's in before you start flinging daggers wildly.
Okay. Well, but I can't. I want to kick it open.
Okay, you kick. I go through. Pin the daggers.
Okay.
Cut the
All right.
pie. Slice the pie.
Let's do that. All right,
Well,
so
we're going.
let's go. And so, yeah. Let's go. And we head toward the Crabby Nethers.
All right. So as you descend deeper into
Perfect
the
plan.
shadows,
No-
yeah,
Has no problems.
what could possibly go wrong
Yep.
with this plan? so perfectly. And it grows visibly darker in the shadows as you move further and further in. The sounds of the town sort of recess, as there is definitely a more furtive sense of movement and sound here among the shadows. You do hear the squelch of your footsteps in the muck and mire, and you hear the occasional merchant hawking his wares, most of which are probably illicit on the corners. And you get close now, you see there are several people milling around outside, and you see the familiar building of the Crabby Nethers, the signage I shall not describe.
Do people gawk at a man that looks like a guard walking around in
Guard-ish. I mean, he's wearing leathers.
No, but he doesn't. He doesn't look like anything like a
Nothing like a
Magnum army.
Yeah.
He looks more like a mercenary.
Right.
Yeah,
Understood.
that was my
because
thinking.
we don't have a formal guard at the fort. They just kind of
There's no
assemble.
uniform.
They just have the armor that they had.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Is there a back door to this place when we make our way around?
You move around.
We move around stealthily.
With finesse.
Stealthy finesse. That's it.
I don't know if I've ever rolled a stealth check as Alcott. I don't know if you want me to make a stealth check as Alcott.
I would like to see the art done while face palming. Yes, that would be fun. All right. So, who is sneaking around the back?
The two of us.
The two of us.
Two of you move around the back, and
Stealthy.
you are doing what?
Oh.
Being the opposite of stealthy finesse.
Yes.
Opposite of stealthy finesse.
Boisterous Cade.
All right, but you're standing in front.
Boisterous bombardment. That's what we're gonna call it.
But you're standing in front.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and you are.
I'm right behind Cade, backing
Okay.
him up.
Backing me up.
The crowd, the citizens, the denizens of the shadow are no strangers to violence. And you see they seem to be picking up on the tension.
I look at him.
The crowd, it is thinned out. There is still...
Bars coming from the top and the bottom.
You still have a good, looks like at first glance, 15 to 20 people standing around. An elderly woman reaches over.
Is there gonna be some killing about?
Just wait and see.
Would you like to give me the coin before the killing starts?
You have to wait and see the show.
She looks a bit crestfallen, but she begins to spread the word through the rest of the crowd. You see some nods. You see some looks of consternation. Yes, Chandler.
Oh, yes. I just wanted to put this detail out there. That way it wasn't retroactive if it comes in play later. Me and Alcott have an idea to take a length of rope, and I have tent stakes.
Okay.
We're going to put 2 on either side of the door and tie the rope at like ankle length in case somebody tries to run out, they'll fall.
At the back door, all right. As you move to the back door, you do see it's a narrow and grimy alleyway. There is, it looks like either a drunk or dead body passed out amidst the muck. You see also what look like leavings, not just of chamber pots, but of various questionable food substances jettisoned out the back door of the Crabby Nethers. You then stake out that rope. You squelch the stakes down in the ground and stretch the rope across.
Right. To the old lady. I want to say something to her.
Okay. She's sitting there like this.
Just wait. We're gonna save. Did you ever meet Jenny, the young lady?
Would it mean more coin if I had?
Maybe. But we're gonna save her from those blood-sucking bildrats. Just wait.
I know her quite well.
Well, that ugly bildrat in there, he took her.
That's not Ginny,
And
right?
yes, no.
I didn't think so.
Why do you just say things?
Cade
No.
just assaulted an old woman.
No, of course not. Ginny's the most beautiful.
Well, that
Black.
bildrat in there, he took her
Just
and
black.
bloodied her. We're going in to save her.
That's awful. That's awful.
We're going in to save her. Now tell the crowd.
Oh, what do you mean we? No.
Not
no,
you.
no.
You're just here to cheer us on.
Oh, all right. Save Ginny.
Save Jenny. That's it. That's it.
All right.
Oh, thank you, John.
You are set up outside the back. You see all this happening. What is the first action that's happening?
All right.
while we're back there, I'm going to pull out a copper piece and begin to cast Detect Thoughts. Because it can go through a good bit of surfaces, and I want to see if I can hear Jenny's thoughts if they're holding her in the back of their place, or anyone's thoughts.
Okay.
It's got a range of 60 feet.
Range of 60 feet. Is there a will save on that?
Let's see. The first round, I determine the presence or absence of thought. Second round, the number of thinking minds and the intelligence scores of each. Third round, surface thoughts, and a target's will save prevents you from reading its thoughts, and you must cast Detect Thoughts again to have another chance. So, yes, there's a will save.
Okay. Yeah, the will save would only be on the third one. So this is going to take a good sort of 20, 30 seconds.
Yes.
You've also taken, let's call it a minute to maybe 2 minutes to get the stakes down in the muck and stretch the rope.
Oh, absolutely.
Kate, how long are you waiting? And was there a signal or like?
I mean, we didn't say anything.
Okay, all right,
so...
so Kate, how long are you waiting?
Well, as soon as I'm done talking to her, I give her the go. No, I'm barraging through. That's right. And then she goes in and then points real quick where I'm supposed to throw the daggers.
It's an impenetrable plan. It's perfect.
This could never fail.
Couldn't fail.
All right, get ready. I take a running start. Because I'm going to jump at the door. Oh, wait. If I need to be in... Wait, no. That is bad. I'm holding 2 daggers. Hold on. I'm just going to kick it open.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so you stride purposefully up to the door. 2 daggers, one in either hand. You rear back with your foot, and you're going to try to kick the door in, yes?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
I'm strong. I can do
Yes.
Roll D20 and add your strength, please.
it. Like I said, I'm appealing for advantages, folks.
Please
This could be
roll a
good. You want to give me advantages.
He bounces off his door.
Please roll a 1.
Crap. Did you roll a 1? Yes. This is crap.
You rolled a nat 1?
Stupid dice.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
This is a good plan.
I know, but it's not.
Can you roll again?
I could not have hoped for anything better.
20.
Destroy the terrain.
All
That's
right.
a good. You didn't crit
all right.
fail.
So that means we have to kill the dramatic music as Kate walks up. Thunk! While most doors within the shadow, and particularly you would think the doors of the Crabby Nethers would in fact be somewhat lacking in structural integrity, you find these are quite stout doors, perhaps because of the number of times the Crabby Nethers has had to...
This really put a damper in what I was doing with the crowd.
You slam your foot into
I look like a dingbat.
Yeah.
the door
That's a good thing.
Fortunately, you don't manage to break or sprain your ankle, but you do. You come away with like a painful shock. Your bottom of your leg feels a bit numb, and there are some of the members of the crowd that start laughing. You see another leans over. Was that part of the plan?
Yes, it's all part of the plan.
I think that's what he meant to do.
It's exactly what I meant to do.
Give me one more
warming
go.
up.
It's a build-up. It's a build-up for something better.
Possibly the worst pirate.
But you have heard of me.
But you have heard of me.
All right, so God,
God,
My face.
hey.
I know my cheeks are starting to hurt from. All right, so as you're concentrating at the back of the fine establishment of Nethers, you sense there are probably 15 patrons inside. As you further concentrate, you hear a distant thud, and you determine that.
The makeup's gonna start
you,
running.
you carefully filter through the sense of the personages. You have a sort of like a signature of identity. It's just a feeling that it's nothing you see, it's nothing you hear. It's a sense that you gain of their essence as you move through. And then you come across one as you're sweeping with your concentration, and you touch on a feeling of deep sorrow, and it's familiar to you. You find Jenny, and she's moving slowly. You can feel halting pain in her leg, a throb in her head. as you try to push your way into her thoughts. Does the spell indicate that there is an impact on the DC if it's a
willing
friendly? I don't even know willing could be termed because you wouldn't know who you are, but let's say this is not a hostile act.
That's up to you. The spell does not say anything. It just says it has to make a will save. I'd have to imagine that most people don't want their thoughts to be read, so I think they would just make
that's okay. So your DC is
DC is...
Thank you, Lord Coyote. Thank you, everybody, for being in with us today. We're just having fun.
Will.
That was very, very close to a save for her. Fortunately, she does not have much of a wisdom bonus. You push your way. It's really the pain that is difficult to push through. And you sense Ginny is, she's got a sense of both bitterness and hopelessness. And her thought is twofold. One, she's carrying 2 mugs to a patron on the left side of the tavern. And her other is a constant, almost like a cringe at the back of her shoulders as she feels the eyes of the tavern keep on her back, and immense fear waves over her.
Okay. How long after the thud was that when I had that?
Well, this again, those are 6-second rounds, so it's just a few seconds afterwards.
I was wondering if I had some time to message Irda in response to what I just heard from Ginny.
Yeah, I would say that. So, Cade, what are you doing now?
Well, let's see what Cade wants to do.
And Cade reacted to
Cade,
the pain
now
in
you've
his
heard the crowd.
Okay.
The consensus seems to be that this was some sort of act that you're putting on. You've already gotten some faith from this crowd in your exploits.
Okay, Irda.
Yes.
I don't want to try that one again.
All right.
Do you have something more like flamboyant, like with
I actually
explosions?
have an idea.
Okay.
Without explosions.
Okay.
I can play my Song of Strength,
Oh.
which would help with the...
Why didn't you do that the first time?
Well, you didn't ask me, and you seem to have
Well,
it under control.
I'll take it. Give me
Alright.
that song of strength, and
So-
I'll go in
She'll
barging in like a barbarian.
start playing her raging song, which one of the things that she can do in the raging song, along with the inspired rage, is she can choose specific songs, including the Song of Marching or the Song of Strength. And the Song of Strength gives additional strength on top of the normal amount. So you have an additional +4 while the song is playing.
This is with your flute, correct?
This is my flute.
So you hear the familiar strains of Irda's beautiful flute.
So you get +8 right now to your base strength score.
Which is a +4 to the roll, by the way.
So long as it's not another 1.
Yeah, just don't roll 1.
Cade stands up, dusts himself off, looks once more purposefully at the door of the Crabby Nethers, steps forward, a little more swagger
Here
in
we
his
go,
step.
folks. I plenty hitters. I knocked that thing off its hinges. That's how strong I am.
So what was your roll?
An 18 plus the other.
All right, and your base strength is normally I missed that part. You're a
18.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right. And
Plus
okay,
8
yeah.
is
So
26.
18.
Yeah.
you burst through.
Okay.
The doors splinter. The hinges snap. They fall
Okay,
wide open.
she's
You're
gonna-
gasped behind.
She's
Song's
gonna,
done.
Song's done. She's gonna see where he is. I have my 2 daggers.
So Irda will, as soon as the door is clear and Cade's out of the middle of the doorway,
Yes.
Irda will kind of step forward and turn to look towards the bar, because that's where she would expect him to be, and see if he's there.
You see the familiar form, the greasy-haired,
Okay.
pallid-skinned,
And
gaunt
Irda-
and bagged, dark eyes.
I see him too.
His eyes go wide as he
I
looks
throw
up.
my daggers at his chest.
All right, so we don't even need to roll for surprise. This is clearly a surprise round.
surprising.
He's very surprised. Alcott, what's the message you're trying to send to Irda?
The moment that happens, you hear, Ginny's inside bartending currently.
Well, good thing we're in.
Yeah,
Markov,
no, this is good.
you hear the boom and the splinter. Anything you're doing?
Waiting patiently.
Okay, all right. Cade, roll your daggers.
Oh gosh. I needed that 20 and 18. I am really scared to roll this dice again.
Wait. So you're throwing with either hand? Okay. Not a skill you have. All right.
yes.
So
Yes, I do.
Do you have two-handed fighting?
Yes, I have two-handed fight. Yes, with my daggers I do.
Well, but you also have multi-attack.
Yeah.
You can attack
well,
multi.
yeah. So I would just consider like you could either
I
way.
just-
Yeah. All right. That's fine. All right. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh gosh, should I roll this die again?
Yes.
Give me an advantage. Somebody give me an advantage.
Stop begging. Roll
Stop
the dice.
begging the audience.
We did. There was a D4 given, but for Cade,
Kung Fu
you
Grasshopper.
got a +4 to.
Okay.
that's
Order on the skill or a
D4
DC?
to-
Which
And we also got a group initiative bonus as well.
We got a
for
group
Ranger.
initiative bonus. You can't add the 4 to this. The 4
Okay.
is for skill
Skill
checks
checks
and
or
DC
ability
checks.
DCs, yeah.
You got this.
But
Kate's killed a dragon.
Thank you, Kung
I
Fu
know.
Grasshopper.
Yeah.
Yes.
Easily killed the dragon,
Yeah,
actually.
and a golem.
And a ferocious kitty.
That's true.
10.
Plus
10.
Okay, I mean that's a hit. It's a bartender. I mean,
Okay, in the chest.
Okay, well, there's
He
that's
should
the
be
first one.
suffering.
Throw
I
your
want him suffering.
throw your second dagger.
Okay.
That's your first one.
Unerringly flies.
Crap!
What was your second roll?
4. Oh.
Okay, just calm
But-
down.
Sorry, this is.
It's not a natural
It's
one.
still a hit.
Because
Okay.
he's made of paper.
Yeah, I mean he's
He's not wearing armor.
he's a disheveled,
A larger
corpulent,
target as
greasy
well.
bartender.
Oh yeah.
Now the only
one of
thing
my-
I'm going to
one
say
of
is
my daggers is a returning dagger.
I'm going to say though actually I'm going to say he's under partial cover though.
Because he's
That
so
makes sense.
hang
That makes
on.
sense.
Your first dagger, thunk, catches him right and roll the damage. I'll tell you where you hit him. D4.
Goodness. Yeah,
It looks like someone needs some new cozy gamer dice, right, Chris?
Oh, absolutely.
that's funny.
What?
What?
Is that a D4?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, the one number on the top. All right, thunk. It sticks in his left arm. Ah! He cries out, and you see he turns and rushes through a door behind the bar.
Well, I run after him.
Okay.
With my
Irda, what are
rapier.
you doing? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to. Your second dagger, it thunk. It was right on target, but it hit the bar and.
Irda getting the message from Alcott that Jenny's in the bar. She's immediately going to scan and try to spot Jenny.
All right. You scan for Ginny, and you see like the patrons. Many of them have leapt up. Tables have been knocked over. Steins on the ground, not doing much to make the floor worse than it already is in the Crabby Nethers. And you see Ginny wide-eyed in one corner. So Cade rushing in. We've got Markov in the back, so we're going to hide him. And we've got Alcott in the back, so we're going to hide him. And this guy has vanished through a door right there,
Where?
right here.
All right.
Right here.
Well, I take a flying leap over the bar,
Okay.
slide across.
We'll get to you in a second.
Oh, okay.
It's amazing.
You see Ginny was just walking back from a table over here. She, eyes wide, turns. You see the whole side of her face on the left is black and swollen. She has a lump on one side of her head and she's limping. She's been badly beaten. Her eyes don't look hopeful. She looks absolutely terrified. Let's go to initiative.
Okay. Who's
One of you
DM
two.
has a fat 1.
That's right. We don't roll d20s.
You just have to roll.
Yeah, Cage.
you-
I think Cade was
Cade-
last on it, and
Okay.
that means
Did he
that Cade
win?
can't fail
yeah.
because he gets a plus
Plus
one.
1.
2.
Yeah, hey, but hey, you know.
And we have a +2 for initiative.
These ones are not rolling in my favor. They are rolling in my favor today. We need.
yeah,
we need some-
we got a
You know what would
+2
help?
group
If you bought a
initiative.
Ferox
Okay.
fabrication
If we scroll
dice
back up,
holder,
it was
you
from
can build up
Ranger
the luck
Harley.
without
Oh, fantastic.
playing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I need that because I'm not rolling well today.
All right, but you have initiative, right?
Yes.
All right, so Cade, you're rushing toward that door. That's going to be, I gave you part of the last round.
I
So-
stealthy finesse.
I-
Yeah,
I
it's
have
right here.
There's a pattern.
Yeah, so
swashbuckler's
you go-
grace, finesse,
You have
anything.
Grace.
Just say a bunch of words. Maybe
Hey,
one of them-
Robert, good to see you.
Grace is actually something.
No, I know.
Hi, Robert.
Cade, you make it all the way to the door.
Well, did
You
I
see it's
jump
wide-
over anything?
The door is wide open, of course, because he threw it open as he went through. and you can see him receding into what looks like a darkened hallway in a
Well, he's
room
fat
beyond.
and slow. I'm
Cade.
Cade.
All right, Irda, Ginny is here, her eyes wide.
No more, he'll beat me again. Please, just leave me alone.
Who beat you? Was it the man? The bartender? All right, dear. We're going to help. Come on, Cade. Let's get him. Let's show him what it's like to have someone his own size beat on him.
Oh, don't worry. He's gonna have a taste of Cade medicine.
Love the new catchphrase.
Beat women.
All right, so you have your sort of interaction with Ginny. Are you going to move past Ginny and follow Cade, or are you going to stay here with Ginny? What are you doing?
Cade, she'll kind of say, I'll join you momentarily, and she's going to turn to Ginny.
I'm already running through.
Yep. And she's going to lay on hands to try to heal some of the wounds that are on Ginny.
Huzzah,
What'd we
Fenton.
get?
All right, you walk over to Ginny.
yeah.
5 points of healing for her.
You lay hands on her gently, and the power of Sarah heals her 5 points. You see the swelling immediately goes down on the side of her face. Some of the blood, it just sort of vanishes, staunching quickly. Her eyes go wide, and she sort of shivers with a chill. Let's go to you, Alcott. What are you doing?
Waiting.
Waiting, and you're still waiting, yes?
Yes, crossbow drawn.
Okay.
I have a small bit of twine in my hands. I'm standing there ready to go.
Okay. Let's go next round, initiative.
Cade,
DM has a 5
Oh,
that
no.
time.
Where did my...
Thank you so much, Robert. We appreciate that, sir.
Oh, I threw it up here. Come on.
I got
Come
you.
on.
Don't worry
come
about
on.
it.
Dang it.
what'd you roll?
2.
Plus
and plus
1,
3.
3, but we also have a +2 that we were given by Ranger Harley, which would bring us to a 5.
Do we want to use it then?
I would say use it. And
Okay.
then
We'll use it.
What are you using? Oh,
our +2 that we got from Ranger
plus 2, so
Harley.
that makes it a 5?
Yeah, so you
All
both
right.
have to re-roll.
Thank you, Ranger Harley. So now we're rolling again because you tied the DM. DM has a 2 this time.
Oh, huzzah, 6.
You have a 6. All right.
See?
You rush forward.
Gotcha.
You're closing on him. You see he moves into a room, and right as you're about probably 10 feet from him now, you see 2 thugs step in the doorway, clearly 2 of those that had come and taken Ginny from the Foxglove Manor. They step right in front of you, but you have initiative.
Oh, I'm going at him.
All right.
I'm full of rage.
Do it,
I drink
Cade!
some rum.
All right, and with that
The
said,
secondary rum.
we're gonna
Not
go.
so good rum.
We're gonna go to break.
Hey.
All right, so you're not gonna want to miss this epic combat.
Oh, do we have a giveaway, sir?
Yes, we have a couple giveaways
sweatshirt.
today. We're going to do a sweatshirt today.
For the fall.
It is getting to be that time of year. Who
Yes.
does not
hard to
need
believe.
a blue box sweatshirt to insulate you against the chill of fall and winter to come? You're warmed not just by the luscious and absolutely, well, what's the word I'm looking for?
Luscious.
That wasn't the one. You know, when you're just doing extemporaneously, sometimes the wrong ones come up.
Yep.
But you know, it is like a
Luxurious.
It's like
It's
a
a
hug.
hug.
That's the one I wanted. Not
Luxurious.
luscious.
It's
luxurious.
a blue box hug.
Luxurious.
A
Exactly.
warm
It's like
embrace.
you're being embraced by Blue Box in a very platonic and appropriate
Yes,
way.
platonic.
And also.
You must give consent before you put it on.
Yes.
There'll be a consent form with the hoodie. Yes, that's right. But also today, I got to say thank you. We have so many great people
Snuggled by
that help us here. Yes, snuggled by Blue Box.
love.
That's right. So we have several people that help us. I shout them out regularly. Our preeminent fan art guy, Pat Draws, is on. Thank you to all the
Hadn't you did fan
chatters.
art?
What's that?
He already did some fan art.
Oh, you did some
today.
fan art. We'll
Yep.
pull up his fan
I
art
think he
after
had
the
it
break for
prepared.
everybody to see. Thank you for all the gifts. All of you guys are so helpful. The gift subs, we appreciate all that, all the advantages, everything. Believe me, again, if you knew how much money I spent just in the last 2 weeks upgrading some of our sound systems and wire and cable, she doesn't even know. It's a lot. Everything you guys give and tenfold goes back into this stream to make it better. But we also have a guy by the name of Canadian Ancient Gamer, Patrick. And he is, I come home at least once a week and I have a box that I'm not expecting. And it's from Ancient Gamer. He works with Lightning Source, and Lightning Source is a reprint shop. And they have fantastic reprints. Like, they look as good or even better than the originals of old school module. This is one of the most iconic Q1. Queen of the Demon Web Pits. If you have never played this module, you do not know what you are missing. You absolutely will love it. It is, yes, and it's a high level. It's a level 10 to 14 adventure, but it's got the everything in it. It's got all the maps. It's got all the imagery. It's just absolutely perfect, legible, and the reprints they do are fantastic. So we're going to be giving this away today, along with a Blue Box hoodie, and we'll do those giveaways coming up after the break. Now, before we go to break, we have several of you watching today. We had a raid earlier today. If there's anyone watching today that hasn't followed, or if you're a follower who has not yet subscribed to Blue Box, or if you're a sub whose sub has expired, we have one question for you here at Blue Box. What are you doing? Now, before we go to break, we're going to show off the cosplay again one more time, coming really quickly after the break. Let everybody see what everyone's wearing. They've done such a great job. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Blue Box will be right back.
Yeah.
I think I will show off the under cosplay for the rest of the stream.
You get a little bit warm?
No, it's just
just a variety.
It chokes the neck.
You need a like a brooch clasp that doesn't make it too tight.
Yeah.
Like all the.
It's a
Lord of
really
the Rings.
nice piece of garb you have.
Thank you for the sub, Amanda.
Comes from Medieval Collectibles.
Nice.
So,
I like
not a
collectibles.
sponsor, but yeah,
I've gotten lots of stuff
Not
from
a
them for shows.
yeah, they're so fun.
Yeah.
Episode 68, Beauty and the Booze.
Such a good name.
I mean, it's just right on target.
Yeah.
All right, so the mics will stay hot on the break. Would anyone like me to turn down their mic? Oh, hey, thank you for following us, Logan117, Logan JH117.
Awesome.
Woohoo.
Did someone say
Thanks
yes?
for
You want
the
your mic turned
follow.
off? I didn't hear.
No.
Okay,
No.
all right. I will be right back. We leave the mics hot during the chat so you can chat with our players. If you have any questions about our game here at Blue
Yes,
Box,
please ask.
any of the
Feel
players,
free to ask.
about the story to this point. Any questions at all, feel free to pop them in the chat, and the players would love to talk to you.
Yes, we would.
Love talking about the backstory that we have written.
Yeah, I'd love to. If they have open questions for,
Yeah.
because Markov
Bring on the questions.
is still like
New.
eight sessions old.
Yep. I mean, Alcott.
Before 8 sessions, he wasn't alive.
Still don't know everything about Alcott. Has Alcott's family died yet? Chris. I get it.
He's got a few more that we're working on.
I mean, his dad's dead.
I mean,
Where
half
is
of them
that?
are gone. His brother and
brother.
his father are dead, but
So,
his sister and his mother are
partially?
not.
You know what they say about the Alcott men? Sorry, the Devereaux
Devereaux
men.
men.
Yeah.
They die.
Yep.
So. Oh.
Yeah.
That just
just
made me
teleport
sad.
It's okay. I'll just come back as Alexiana. I'll just play his younger sister.
How old is she?
Like 7.
Okay, cool. We're gonna take a 7-year-old on our adventures.
No, she'll
With
be
Cade.
the perfect adventurer.
With Cade.
Yep. I mean, we have pretty good proof that Cade's good with kids, right?
I mean, yeah,
He knows how to give them money
Yeah.
and tell them that fires kill people.
yeah.
Good with kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
we're all
about.
good with kids in our own way. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good at making them cry.
Yeah.
Some of us.
Yeah. I mean, it's important that they
Alcott knows that
Yeah.
children exist.
and knowing is
He's
the battle.
actually very
Only
good
half
with
the
his
battle.
younger
The
sister.
The other half is red lasers and blue lasers.
You weren't here for the interaction with Lexi, but he is very good with his younger sister.
Knowing half
and
the battle.
scare the hell out of them. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to be scared of. You gotta tell them about the boogeyman. That way they don't, do certain things. You gotta. It's like you teach a kid, don't go on the street. Why? Because you can get run over. It's just, I mean, that you gotta tell them that.
Just don't go in the street. Say it really
This is
forcefully.
why you
and-
leave a
It's-
note every time.
Yeah.
This is so it's funny. One of the other campaigns I'm playing with a friend. It's modern. It's not yours. It's we're at a camp, and my character is a dwarf named Mr. Judd Buckley, and he runs the Quest program, Quest Against Drugs and Violence. and he
Like
tries
it?
and get
Like
some.
it?
Yeah.
Quest against drugs and violence.
He's-
Quadav.
He's part here. He is a.
Well,
he's
it's
a-
Quest is the acronym, and then against drugs and violence is like, you know.
Yeah, but Quest isn't an acronym because it doesn't represent the words that are within it. That's not how an
No,
acronym works.
the additional things underneath is
Quest?
against drugs and violence.
'Cause
Quest
dare is
it's
drugs
Quest to
awareness.
undermine the existence of stupid things.
Okay. Yeah.
That's Quest for you, baby.
But the dwarf is also an AA member.
Ah,
And
good.
has been on the wagon for quite a while now. It ruined such a promising boxing career.
Our dogs are having some trouble.
I know, right?
We got to learn about a thing that I decided last week, which is that Alcott's father follows Abadar.
Yep.
Because it just makes sense. I did a
It
lot
does
of
make
reading on Abadar. Abadar is he's called the god of the first vault. He is the god of wealth, cities, and law in terms of, like, if there are unjust laws, destroying them is following law to the written letter.
See,
Like,
Yeah, when I made Markov, I almost felt like Markov would follow Aridin more than he would Iomade.
yes, but Aridin is not a followed god anymore.
Yes, he's been missing. So
Which would have been an interesting character choice to follow a god that is missing.
I think he still does, but you can't worship it. So
Yes.
You
In terms of
worship the
granting
student.
power.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you worship.
Well,
the
you
student.
can worship. You just receive nothing from it. You don't
Yes.
get spells. No, there's nothing. The power is lost.
So I would say it's like a theological like concentration, but nothing that can amount to.
And interesting point about the Abadar thing, Alcott's family definitely like did church stuff related
Yeah.
to Abadar, but the reason that he didn't know any of the Abadar people here in Magnamar is Abadarian churches are very separate from one another. They don't tend to speak to one another or work. They're very individual because they help the cities that they're in to do
Right.
their thing.
Biggie Paw, in response to your question, Irda follows Sarenrae because she had like the
That happened on
Sarenrae was
stream,
a well, so it's longer than that though
Okay.
because she had some connection to it before. Sarenrae was very popularly followed in the area that she's from, and so she had interacted with a lot of the clerics of Sarenrae, and she was actually the person that, or Sarenrae was the one that Irida reached out to first a very, very long time, actually, back when we were traveling with Ixen and Solomon, when they were kind of in their darkest hour at that time, then Irda reached out to Sarenrae, and that's how she started praying to her, and then eventually, through her growth, got to the point of becoming a paladin.
It's interesting. See, my character, which I will not spoil any of, right? Did not
Because we're getting
choose-
into.
Yeah, did not choose to join the church.
Which you
was
made.
called it.
We learned a little bit about that fact, I think.
Yeah. And his history with justice is like long and convoluted. So, beaten until pure. They're beaten metaphorically.
Metaphorically,
all right?
with
Yeah.
your words.
Yeah, you can torment a child in a lot of different ways.
That's going to be a famous quote.
Mind
Let's get that one on a
me.
t-shirt, John.
Never bring my child around you.
It goes right to burning, evil out of little ones at a young age.
Well, it's funny because Ranger Harley asked, so is Alcott bound to have children to carry on the family name? And in Alcott's position, unfortunately, that means yes, but because he never had plans to do that. But he also likes kids, so it probably wouldn't be the worst. But anyways.
You need a godfather.
Oh,
There are
I have
two
a little
fan arts
something
now
for
from today.
everybody at the table.
Oh,
Yes?
that's right. Yes, before we do
These
anything.
will only be, these are a preview to Blue Box Con
Oh.
2022.
Oh, whoa.
So it's just something little.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
So it's small. It's just a little something, but we now
Oh,
have Blue Box magnets.
Yes!
Great for
A little dice bag.
slapping on the side of your computer, on the back of your car, on your husband's work helmet, whatever.
Whatever. Work helmet.
Hey, here, let me take one of those and I'll show it up here. If you haven't seen, these are the same logos that go on our mugs and whatnot,
I love
and it's a magnet, so it's really cool, and you can put it on almost anything. So We will be including these with giveaways. So when you win a hoodie, we've often gotten stickers, and we'll do that sometimes as well. But we're going to do those magnets, and they're super cool.
So there was a second piece of fan art added while you were on break.
Okay.
Which was
he has pulled up on the
which is the Cade one. There was
there was a one before that? Oh, okay. Hang on.
Which Pat had ready to go before today's stream because it's like colored in.
That's
and beautiful.
awesome. So cool. So cool. All right, so there.
So good.
And open there.
Oh, baby paw.
All right, now, before we show the fan art, want everyone to type !hoodie in the chat, !hoodie. I'll do it here for you if my copy worked. There we go.
That's
and that will
impressive.
enter you in the first
did
of our
that
two
well.
giveaways. So we have
Yeah. So
we have the blue box hoodie, and then we have the
today.
Queen of the Demon Web Pits Q1, an all-time most amazing original old school TSR
He's a pro.
AD&D module. This is a reprint. I want to be clear. This is not an original. This is a reprint, but it is a perfect reprint with all of the artwork and maps and
That's why
everything
he
and
was
all the
having a hard time
monsters.
doing it,
Super
'cause he kept
cool.
face-palming.
So we'll do that a bit later. Also want to remind you there is no Tuesday night stream this week for Greyhawk Awakening. Why, you say? Are you slacking, DM? No. We are prepping for GHA Book 2. It is going to be epic. It starts 1 week from Tuesday. That is September 14th. Greyhawk Awakening Book 2. That is your chance to jump into the GHA story at a brand new point and meet new characters and start with their story. It'll be the same players. We've got all brand new artwork from Frederica Draws. I have some other special things that I'm going to unveil that night that no one has seen. And that'll be something you will want to put on your calendar. It's going to be a great night. Also, this Wednesday, I will have Lore Masters Arcanum. Lore Masters Arcanum will be featuring Christoph Nolan, author, or editor rather, and publisher of the Orth Journal, and the creator of, he actually took over the Greyhawk Wiki from Gary Julian and the folks at, I believe, at Cannon Fire, if I have my legacy correct. And just an all-around interesting guy, deep and steeped in the lore of Greyhawk. And he will be joined that night by Robert, our own Phantom NJ, will be with us and joining us for the stream. So that's going to be a fun time, 5:30 Wednesday night. All right, the fan art. Check this out, guys. This is the first one from Pat Draws. And this is Irda. Now, we've had a few people that popped on, and we've had a couple of new followers, Irda. Tell everybody what this is about.
All right, so Irda lost an eye and the eyelid to her other eye, and so she has gone through another stage of her evolution and is just ready to fight all the bad things.
All the bad things.
And so she put on her battle makeup at the end of last week's session, which is the blue and gold of Sarenrae, actually, using some of the materials from her pouch that she has. And so I am wearing today her battle makeup.
You mean she's wearing the Devereaux family colors is what she's
No,
wearing.
these are Sarenrae's colors.
No, and yeah, absolutely. She does look awesome. You have the beholder eye. That's right. She does have the beholder eye. And if you're wondering, well, how did she lose an eye? It was a critical hit. And we use some really nasty critical hit
Thanks,
tables
Tim.
here. But
Don't blame Tim.
These have
made the tables.
He rolled the dice.
but these have also benefited the players so many times. So Irda yelled to the death. All right. So then let's go to the next one. This was one of my favorite moments so far in today's stream. So if you were with us earlier, you heard Captain Cade Cardinal really trying to architect his grandstanded entrance into the Krabby Nethers, and he rolled a 1 trying to kick down the doors, and thank you, Pat Draw.
Poor Cade.
That's absolutely...
Such
The
good
concentration in his
intentions.
eye. Yeah.
True hero.
All right, we'll leave that up there, and let's go through the cosplay quickly. So we've already talked about yours, Irda, and then now
More
Alcott,
of
we're
mine
seeing
is
the under
visible.
cosplay.
Yes, and the white hair that Alcott has, ungrown out currently. Maybe
Gray hair
one
at the
day.
temples. The cloak came off because it was constricting his breathing.
Yes.
Markov,
Breathing is
the jacket, the hat.
The whatever this is, I guess it's a what would you
Cloak.
call this?
Frock?
The cloak?
Not a frock.
No, frock would be
No.
the closest, but I don't think that's right.
Is it a cloak?
No.
There's like a word for the thing that sits.
If anybody in chat knows, what is
Heard
that
it
thing?
referred to
Tim
as a
has to
capelet
know.
before. but
Yeah,
there's
we do
a-
need an out of quote.
Yeah, sure.
I've heard it referred to as a capelet before, but that's not the actual term.
Yes, kind of inspired like Bloodborne, if any of you have played.
Yeah.
It's his
Or
security
Van Helsing.
blanket. Cowl.
Maybe not a cowl.
I like
Security blanket.
Robert said, "This is why we need an out-of-context quotes bot app." And Chris said, "Yes, because entrance to the crappy nethers is not something I would suggest."
Yeah, agreed.
All right, Kate. This is a real step out for you. She's never cosplayed before. And, well, I mean, she had a hat, but this hat's much better.
This hat
and
is
so
better, yeah.
this is now Captain Cade Cardinal in cosplay form.
Huzzah.
It's proper captain hat.
Yes.
The one before was very much as a sailor's hat, but this one is a proper captain.
Well, my other one was in an authentic Jack Sparrow from Disney World hat. It just got very demolished.
Oh, yeah, that'll happen.
That'll happen.
And I would say that I thought that was your most, before we jump back into the gameplay, your most anachronism Jack Sparrow moment. Leaping up on top of that table, running across it with all the vials and bottles like rolling underneath your feet, almost
With the shield
falling,
in his hand.
grabbing the shield, going back, doing the same thing. Two horrible, but just good enough rolls. As you
But you have heard of
me.
You have heard of
The worst pirate I've ever heard of.
All right, let's get back into it. Let me pull this back up. Let me kill this. All right, so we just had Cade careening through the back hallway of the Crabby Nethers, trying to pursue the escaping tavern keep. You hear him huffing and puffing. You can smell the stench of his sweat, the bile, the blood that he's dripping behind him. Just as you're about to reach him, two lumpy thugs step right in front, and you were about to
Lumpy.
attack.
I still don't have any advantages.
You can do it, Caleb.
Get it.
You can
Flying
do
by
it.
the seat of your pants.
You get 2 attacks.
I do get 2 attacks.
You get 3 attacks, right?
She gets 3
Level
attacks.
11,
No,
yeah.
you're up to 3 attacks.
Yeah,
Oh.
level 11.
Well, no,
is
it's a 3 per 2, right?
What do you mean?
If
11?
she's level 11,
Three
she has
atta-
3 attacks.
Three attacks now? Okay.
Yeah, because
You don't know what 3 per 2 is?
No, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, so it's I think it's in 3.5. I know it's in other editions. So you get 2 attacks 1 round, 1 attack the next. 2 attacks 1 round, 1 attack the next. That's what we say 3/2.
Thank you.
That's what that
Oh,
means.
okay.
Petros.
Oh.
Oh, Pat draws.
But not for Cade.
Not
That was interesting.
Wah, wah. All right. The one on the left, a little bit shorter, looks like his nose has been broken several times. He's got a thick and heavy jaw.
I take a swig of rum as I face him. Because it's a quick action.
The other one's a bit taller. Looks like he fancies himself something of a gentleman, except
Bah.
it looks like his jaw has been broken and it's quite crooked.
All right. Well.
His brazier.
Kate, you have an advantage as well.
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you. That was nice, Pat.
All right.
The Battle of the Pats.
We're going to. Well,
You can
I'm not going to
instantly
use an
use it?
advantage
Yeah.
on this
Nine
one.
gives a disadvantage.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm going to. I'm just take my rapier. At the. I take it at the big one.
All right. So the one on the right.
Crapola.
You get a good attack roll, and these guys are.
Oh, thankfully that's a 7 plus.
It's a hit.
It's a hit.
All right. And you're attacking him all 3 times?
No, sure, why not?
All right.
We're going to Vital Strike the second one with an advantage.
You're going to use Vital Strike on your... You should save it for your 3rd attack. Since it's your
But
lowest
since my
number.
3rd attack?
Yeah, save Vital Strike for your
We're the
3rd because that's your
background
lowest number.
All right. Second attack. Oh, huzzah, huzzah, huzzah!
What was that, a 20?
20.
All right. Go ahead and roll your confirmation, please.
Oh, I think I'm going to use an advantage for that one. What, should I not?
No, no.
Oh, I want to. Oh!
You can't read my every micro expression, okay? Just
What's it say?
It's 10.
plus your.
Well, it's a 10 on the die.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a crit. All right.
This dude is going down
Go ahead
for
and
real.
roll your third attack.
Well, my advantage is gone.
Yep, regular dice.
All right. Come on, another 20, another 20, another 20. We got
And
it in
this is your
here.
vital strike, right?
Huzzah! That's it. I got 18 on the die.
All right, roll a
You-
percentile for your crit, please.
Did you use vital strike for that third one?
Yeah.
Okay, so then double the die.
Roll your percentile for your crit
This
first.
guy is like smithereens.
I'm pretty sure you're right.
Okay, here we go, folks.
Olcott and Markov are just jamming
Yeah,
out
we're being
in
the background
alley.
band
She
right
is
now.
heretic. You're right.
93.
93.
That might.
This man has just been killed.
That one might do it.
Okay.
With a rapier.
Okay, so hold on. That's my second attack. Hold
Yeah.
on. Hold on.
I think he's gone.
Because you got to roll your damage for all of them.
I get that. But on
See,
the
when
third
Kate
one, if
rolls
I
a
see that
93.
he's like pretty messed up, can I take that attack on the other guy?
It's all simultaneous action, so
so
you're kind of
you're-
doing this
well,
at
I
the same
eviscerate
time.
this guy.
Oh, yes.
So you're 93.
punctured
Let me
him.
pull it up here.
Basically, I'm gonna scare the other guy, make him pee and mess his pants. Oh.
I have an idea for this other guy.
Why is it good when Cade rolls in the 90s? When I roll in the 90s.
I don't know.
It's because Kay doesn't teleport us.
Ah, yes. I
Yeah.
see now.
There is
Magic
that.
sucks.
Just wait until we get a teleporting rapier.
no, it's just the
No, I get it.
it's just the teleport that
No,
has
I know.
some trouble.
It's the inverse of the numbers, which you think they should be.
Okay.
Listen, when she
I
fails,
really wanted
she
to
runs
do
into a
this to
door.
the
When you
bartender.
fail, we
Barkeep.
wind up in a
Other side of the
bar.
bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1,100 miles away.
Potential.
All right.
Brisk walk.
So, I'll tell you what your crit does. I won't read you the whole crit description because it's not applicable, because it includes death over time. But you
This guy's a
don't
normal
even need
guy.
to roll dice. You have exceeded his hit points for certain. So, your first blow, you slash, you catch him right, or you pierce, you catch him right in the chest, chunks through his pec, you catch bone, you feel it pop off the bone. Your second one, as you come back, you slide it right through his ribs underneath. You feel it pierces through, you see the edge of your rapier come across the other side, fortunately catching no bone. You slide it easily out. Your third blow, you tell me what it looks like.
I do that again. I take it through the side and then rip his ribs out.
All right, Kate, you slam your blade in. And while you are...
Because I want to scare the fire out of the guy next to him.
And you take your second hand, place it on the hilt of the blade. You wrench it out. You hear, and a splay of blood all over the wall.
Huzzah!
Gouts of his heart spurting blood. He slumps to the ground.
You want more where that's coming from? I yell at the other guy.
That didn't sound like Kate at all. She got a little too excited. All right.
Like a kid from the Sandlot.
Kate gets excited when murder happens.
Yes.
All right. The second one turns, and he runs. You get an attack of opportunity.
I throw my cape.
Okay.
To try and trip him.
Yeah. Roll.
Whip it around his ankles.
Whip it real good. Well, that's crap.
I am.
I mean, it's a 9 plus 50. What's the attack of opportunity? Is that regular?
It's a base attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
So 24.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
look-
All right. And then he gets a check. You slip your cloak out as he runs, wraps right around his ankles. Yank! Boonk! You
On
hear
his
him hit the ground.
face. Yes.
Great.
All right, let's go to the two of you. You hear a door. You see it slam open. And you see the innkeep, or the tavern keep rather, come stumbling out. He hits your rope tripwire. Yeah, not ready for it. He falls over.
The moment
mud.
he falls over,
Well, no, you already had a crossbow bolt ready. Were you firing it or no?
No.
Okay.
We had a plan.
All right.
I pull that twine I had ready and I say, Anima Restus, and the rope that is at his feet, tie around his feet
And-
together, and then go up towards his hands to try and tie his hands together. The rope animates.
Is there a saving throw?
Animate rope. There, I think I actually have to make an attack roll.
Okay.
Let me read the spell really quick. To
Anima
you.
rest us.
The rope can unwrap only a creature or an object within 1 foot of it, which it certainly is. Doing so requires a successful ranged touch attack roll.
So
Okay.
Because it can, like,
Yeah.
fly
right.
toward
yeah.
the
so
guy.
roll, to hit, add your base
Alright.
attack bonus and your dex bonus.
Ranged touch. What is my... So ranged is plus
your
dex,
base attack
right?
bonus plus dex.
Which is
Enema
plus
rest
2, so
Yeah,
17.
I saw that too.
22. I mean,
Yeah.
against his touch AC, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So you see in moments,
Hog tie him just like that.
he's now like, leave me be! He kind of
Yeah.
wriggles and squirt around.
Good
yeah,
try, and I'll put my foot on his back.
So he fell forward, right?
Correct.
Yeah. Me and Alcott put a foot on his back to sink him further into the mud. I'm gonna pull him by the hair.
Okay.
With my other hand holding the crossbow just to poke his back. Say, you might not want to wiggle too much. It might cause my trigger finger to pull.
Okay.
God, you're scary.
Wow. Yeah. That's. Hang on here. So, you. I'm gonna check for him. You see, he absolutely stiffens. I have money. I have lots of money. I'll pay you. Just let me go.
Show me the money.
What do you want with me?
I give I give Markov a knowing look.
Yeah.
This is just a wench. I don't like being taken for what's mine. She clearly drew your eye when you were here. She brought you down on purpose. She's mine by right. Your 5 gold means nothing to me.
Yes, nothing will mean anything to you should you die in the next few seconds. So how about we take the little banter and cut it to a 0?
All right.
All right, let's go back to Irda. Irda, you have
All right.
healed Jenny. You're now sitting in the lobby of the welcome, or the Krabby Nethers, rather,
I did
with
not
her.
sit. I was
Taking a drink of ale,
Yeah.
relaxing.
as soon as she because that was at the end of the last
Yeah,
round. So
right.
as soon as she healed Ginny, she was going with Cade. And so seeing the guy get planted into the ground by Cade's Kate, she draws a bit of fine sand from her pocket, does a gesture and says, "Sleep." And sends it out towards the
The one
guy
that's
that's
running?
on the ground.
Oh, the one that's
Because
He
Kate
got
killed
tripped.
one
Right,
and
yes,
he tripped the
yes,
other one, so
right.
she's casting sleep to
Yes.
knock this other guy out.
all right. DC.
John was like,
We'll
well, he's
save-
definitely asleep. For the guy in his
Asleep.
rib cage.
We'll say 15.
15.
The guy on the ground? I mean, he's very asleep.
Wow. Okay. Good for him. His fear. You feel it. It's so raw. Your spell has no effect. He maintains his alertness. Initiative.
Well, Irda is now going to move closer.
Okay. All right. So you're now we're off the screen here,
Yeah.
but you're standing over the top of him. Let's go to initiative.
sure?
DM has a 1
Yeah, it's
on
15.
the die. I am not
But
rolling
I don't
well
know
for
if sleep
initiative
has a
today.
save.
These
It's a will
these
save.
guys can't keep up, apparently.
You lose.
Yeah.
We'll need
Yeah.
it.
Well, they're not exactly soldiers. All right. So let's start with you, Cade. What are you doing?
Well, I see the other guy. If he's on the ground, should I kill him? I feel like I'm in a rage moment.
I mean, it says it will negate, so.
I know, but it's something
I'm gonna take my rapier and stab it in his back.
Well, okay, now let me just, I'm fine with whatever you do. This is your choice. But I just want you to remember, you don't know whether or not that tavern keeper got away. You saw him burst through the door. You
Oh.
heard it ahead. In fact, no, actually, let me check. Roll perception. There's a possibility you
Okay.
might have seen what happened. Like, I'm just, the angles here, we don't have the minis out.
19.
You're uncertain. You don't know if he got. You heard a sound outside, sounded like a thunk, but you don't know if he was stopped or not. Now, of course, you know that Markov and
Well,
Alcott
he's
were
on the
out there.
ground. Okay, so if Irda's with him, then I'm gonna run out the door.
you see
Yeah,
Irda
I'm
coming
gonna
up
run
the
out the
corridor.
door. Yeah, I'm gonna run through the
Alright.
door.
She doesn't know about the rope either.
Right, exactly. Right. So, Kate.
Well, no, the rope has now entangled him. The rope is no longer.
Oh, that was the same rope.
Yes, it was the
Yeah.
same rope.
Oh, okay, all right.
It whipped around his hands and feet.
All right, so Cade, you come running out the door. You see,
What have we got?
you see Alcott standing to the side, looking quite amused with himself.
Well, you don't see Alcott. You see Bresden standing off to the side.
She knows Bresden.
No, I know.
Yeah,
but-
You see Bresden looking quite amused with himself. Markov, no amusement in his eyes. He has a crossbow pointed, and the tavern keep. He is hog-tied with a rope, eyes wide with stark fear, muttering something.
Okay,
to Markov.
I have an idea. I go up with my a dagger. I put it on his arm right here.
Where you stabbed it earlier.
Other one. Wherever there's not wherever he's not bleeding.
The dagger's in the right arm.
It's still there.
Well, no,
Oh,
that was the returning dagger. was
I'll
the
take
first
my
one.
returning dagger back.
Okay.
I'm gonna go where there's nothing there.
Oh, Kate, there's no reason to kill this.
I'm not going to kill him. I'm gonna mark him. And I start marking a C in his arm.
Okay. I don't stop it.
All right.
And I mark a C and I'm like, tell us where the money is.
When he was
Well, you didn't.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, but I would know he has money.
But Cade was there when
Now
he
we're just
told.
burglars.
Yes.
No, he was there.
But I'm getting the money
so
for you.
confused.
Cade was there when Irda talked to him and he
Yes.
offered her money.
Yes.
That's all right.
Yes.
But, yeah, but just,
And I'm getting money for you.
My only point is it's not what I was expecting Cade
No,
to
not
be
at all.
approaching with.
That's
all
not
right.
what I expected either. But
And so let's be clear. Although we have to be careful with Twitch rules, but when we say marking, you're carving a
I'm
C
carving,
in
yes.
his shoulder
Yes.
with your blade.
Yes.
Stop it!
Tell
Stop
us
it!
where it is! Tell us where it is! And I keep marking.
Kate, is there anyone else back in there?
Irda. They're in good hands.
He passes out.
Oh, crap.
No worries.
Thunk, he slumps
Keep him
down
alive.
in the mud.
This is for the best.
But now he's marked with the letter C. Cade's been
I
here.
have a plan. I have a plan.
All right, Irda.
Alright.
You see the man
Well,
lying on the ground.
And who's still afraid, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
She's going to kind of grab him by his collar and pull him to her face.
We're gonna have a conversation.
Do you think you made the right choice in your allegiances, sir?
My what? My what?
The people you associate with.
I don't sew. I've never
You're-
sewed in my life.
Good lord.
I've got no fleas and no sewing.
You think it is fine to kidnap women out of houses?
Oh, is that what's this about? No, I don't. I don't at all.
I don't even need my true seeing to know that he's full of it.
I was wrong. I was wrong as wrong gets.
And
I was my thinking was as crooked as my nose.
Irda's going to close the distance between her face and his and drop the altar self. So full effect of
Suddenly, the beautiful visage is gone. The bandages covering eyes with strange paint across them. He tries to scrabble away from you.
and she's holding the grip as tightly as she can.
I got no business with demons. Oh, I'm just a hard-working man. I've got a family at home to take care of. He pays corn. She barely hurt the lass. We brought her here. That's all.
When he said demons, she pops the wings out behind her. There are more fearful things in this world than the beings of hell, friend.
Okay, you guys are on a roll. passes out.
As soon as he passes out, she's going to take rope and bind him as well, so that she can take him out of the bar.
Okay.
And yeah, after the bartender passes out from Cade, I imagine Markov can walk into the scene of her tying him up. Is that correct?
That'd be fine.
Yeah. There's no healing that one, is there?
No, Kid was very forceful in his
that was
approach.
So gratuitous. I mean,
Thank you,
what
Petros.
purpose? The crowd's not even here.
I think it might have been because he was one of the ones that hurt Ginny. I think Kid actually has a decent streak somewhere deep inside of him.
Okay. Let's. They'll deal with that. Whoever is left here.
Ginny's in there. I healed her.
She doesn't need to see this.
Yes.
No one does.
Can you take him and I can escort Ginny back home?
Yes, you take care of Ginny. I'll take him, and I'll take the bartender, and I'll make sure that they don't bother Ginny anymore.
That would be great.
And perhaps we can learn a little bit more about your debtors in the same way.
Well, Cade and I are both still outside, right? We're not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, yeah.
I was gonna have a real quick conversation with Cade.
Yeah.
Cade, would you like to serve the audience outside him on a silver platter?
Huzzah! I do indeed.
Fantastic. Alcott will then take a little bit of mercury, place it in his hand, and say "Involuto Orbis" as he sends it out, and a floating disc appears on the ground. Would you like to lift him upon it? Actually, why not? It just lifts. It goes underneath him and lifts from underneath him. And
You see the bleeding innkeep, his right arm punctured by your dagger, his left carved with a bloody C in the shoulder.
I clean it so you can see the sea better.
Well, it's still, you clean it and there's bleeds.
Oh.
There's just pouring blood. It's, maybe if your ear were here to presty, I don't know. But it is, yeah, and it's gory. You see muscle fiber. You carve deep.
I know I did.
Alcott, now that the adrenaline rush has begun to slow, there is something that
And Detect Thoughts is still up.
tickles at the back of your mind.
Interesting.
With your Detect Thoughts, you note there was something that it didn't appear to you obvious the first time you swept the inn, but there was something in the back right corner that seemed almost, it was a presence, but a presence that you could not touch. Anomaly is the word that comes to your mind, and powerful.
In the bar.
In the Crabby Nethers.
Cade, do what you will. It'll follow you around.
I pick him up by his hair, and I walk the silver platter out.
And I'll head back in, sort of following and searching for that feeling.
Okay.
Great. I guess you go to get Ginny. Markov dragging this unconscious tied man out into the muck. You took the other guy? I'm gonna look around in the alleyway and not see him.
You passed me on the way. Cade is going to serve him up to the audience.
What? No.
He made a promise, did he not?
I'm gonna dunk or just throw the man in the mud. Well, I can't really throw him, just kind of drop him, and I'm gonna fast walk towards where Cade was told to be going.
Cade, as you walk around, you come through the alleyway, you come to the front, you see the crowd is thinned out now. You know, some bored, some in fear.
They didn't hear the...
Oh, no. Some bored, some in fear.
Oh.
Like, you guys disappeared, and they thought, who knows, fear of constables showing up, whatever. Like, this is also, you see... running down the street, some of the patrons that were inside the Crabby Nethers are running down the streets. But there's still a good crowd of a dozen, maybe a dozen and a half, standing outside. As you come around the corner, oh, there he is!
Huzzah! Good people, I told you I would avenge Jenny, and I have. You come to us if you have any problems. We're here to save the good people.
The old woman you spoke to earlier.
That was Jenny, yes. I told you I knew her. Well done, Kate. Is the coin coming now?
Yes, dear.
Markov, you come around the corner. Excellent DM prompt. You come around the corner and you see Cade talking to her.
I give her a gold.
Cade, are you done with this man?
Erase your gold.
Oh, I will.
Have you shown the crowd? Are they appeased?
Are they appeased?
Cade asks an unknowing force.
Aren't you gonna kill him? You got to kill him!
Arr!
Right, we came for blood!
I have a ship. Gonna keelhaul him.
They said keel. What's keelhauling? What's that mean?
Come to me later, I'll tell you.
There is definite discontent in the crowd.
Markov will step up at this point and say, there will be no street justice today. We are not vigilantes cutting throats in the middle of the street to satiate your appetites. This man must serve justice.
They all sigh collectively. Like you see grave disappointment. One of them, kind of a heavy-set guy with, he's got a heavy shock of red hair, beard.
Sod off, you wanker! We came for blood and we're gonna see blood!
I'm going to step up. I'm going to say, then I can make that happen right here.
Remind me never to mess with Markov.
You see he wilts like a flower in the sun.
Oh, right. That won't be necessary.
Good. Now remember that even in the shadow, justice will be made. I hope you all are happy now.
Justice for Jenny!
Yes, justice.
Justice for Jenny!
Justice for Jenny.
Justice for Jenny!
Justice for
Jenny!
There will be no billboards in Magnamar. All right. So, Alcott, you walked back in the inn, correct?
Yes, I
Tavern,
am.
rather. They would
And
be
you
inappropriate
are
to grace
still in
this
there,
with
correct?
the moniker of tavern. And Irda, are you still in here as well?
Irda was going back to Ginny.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
Now
All right.
about the brutality.
It's entirely necessary to do what you did.
Well, got caught up in the moment.
That's not
Cade,
correct.
Cade and Markov, as you finish your diatribe on the nature of justice, you see Ginny is among those that have left the tavern, and she stands kind of milling about, almost trying to blend in with the crowd, but she's watching carefully, trying to maintain sort of an inconspicuousness.
And they aren't near Jenny?
Oh,
Well, they're still
I went
inside.
to look
Okay,
for
they're
her.
still
All right, so I'm going to switch to you two.
Yeah.
All right. Alcott, you're in first. As you walk in, you find the Crabby Nethers completely empty, save one. You see a cloaked man that sits at a table here in the back, and Irda, you can
Never
hear
a good sign.
you can hear her footsteps coming down the hall, and as you walk in, the man with his hood pulled low, he doesn't even look up, and he just goes. He takes a weathered tankard from the table, lifts it, and takes a long draw.
Do I get any thoughts from him?
Absolutely none. And in fact, it feels like you're taking a wet noodle and scraping it against a piece of granite.
Do I amuse you?
Oh, I would not say amused. Pleased, perhaps. Somewhat. Not impressed. I'm not impressed much anymore, but that was well done.
On whose part?
Well, certainly not his. And he points to where the tavern keeper ran.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm nobody. Just traveling. Like things of interest and found this interesting. You're Alcott, yes, of course, yes, Alcott. Good wine, your states, yes, good wine.
I look down at my guard armor and...
Your 4602 was a particularly strong vintage.
Yes, it was.
Irda, you come walking in the room now. You see Alcott almost in a standoff with this strange man, and it looks like it's a pretty seedy looking. It's nothing as noble as what the mini suggests here on the board. It's just a traveling cloak. It's somewhat soiled. Really an unassuming figure that just sits in the corner.
Irda walks in and sees Bresden and says, "Alcott, to your right." Oh yeah, I can see that it's him because
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
true
yeah.
sight. I keep forgetting I have true sight. And so
Does your true sight give you anything on him?
that's
a good
that is
question.
what I was going to say. Do I see anything in particular of this cloaked fellow?
Much as I described his attempt at insight, very similar for you. You sense your shield giving you insight beyond normal sight to everything in this room. But as it passes over, you see this figure, but it's almost like there's a wall in front of him with your true sight.
Curious.
He still hasn't looked up. He takes another draw from his flagon.
That would be the lovely and quite spicy follower of Siren Ray. Siren Ray's a good lass. Doesn't like my songs as much as Shellen, but a good lass nonetheless.
Are we speaking to a god?
Let's switch back out to you, Kate. You're outside, and you see Jenny, Markov, you see Jenny milling about in the crowd.
Well, I want to take him back inside.
We'll take him and the other one, and then once we're done with them,
But what do we
to
do
the
with Jenny?
constabulary. Jenny,
Should we send Jenny back to our town hall?
we can't just dismiss her. No, we need to talk to her first.
So we go up and talk to... Well, I don't want to talk to her with him. You talk to her. I'll take him inside.
How about you're much better with the ladies?
Oh,
I'll take him, and you can talk to Jenny.
all right.
You were the one that first met her.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
All right, so what's the plan?
He takes the barkeep inside on the platter.
Okay, you kind of just gently nudge it, and it moves across the air. Several of the townspeople are gasping as they see more magics. You slide him through the splintered doors of the tavern.
I go up to Jenny. Jenny,
She kind of backs away from you. She gets closer as you
okay.
get closer, and she tries to move inside the crowd, sort of mix in.
no, do not be afraid of us. We came back to rescue you from that barkeep.
He'll just find a way to take me
Nope,
again.
nope, he's not. I guarantee that. I marked him with my name. We're gonna make you a free woman.
He said I was his property.
He's not. You are nobody's property. You are a free woman, and I'm gonna make sure of it.
You'll just make him angry at
I'll kill him before that. Trust me.
It's the only way he'll be stopped.
Well, I will make sure of that. Even if Ira doesn't want me to, I'm gonna kill him.
I'm not here, so I don't know.
With those words, you see the first note of hope in her eyes, and also of fierceness. This is one who has clearly suffered much at vile hands, and there is a desire for blood justice in her eyes.
Jenny, I need to go back in with him. I need you to be strong. You're going to come in with me and show him that you are free in his face. Do not cry. You need to be strong.
She sniffles. You see the swelling.
Would you like a little rum?
You see the swelling is mostly gone from her cheek. She looks at your rum.
I'd rather not see that vile drink again in my life.
That is your choice, because you are free. Let's go inside.
It makes men do awful things.
Well, not with the right rum or the right man.
Not every man. Not every man.
Every man.
All right. As you walk in, we'll bring Cade back in now. You see the same thing. You see Alcott standing, and Irda has stopped. Markov, you already went in as well, right?
I did. I imagine I'm rather confused by this one robed man sitting patiently.
Alcott's demeanor is like he's just seen a ghost.
Interesting. And you said he's just simple robes.
Yeah. Very, very, unassuming.
Can I get a look at his face?
You try to peek beneath the robe, and no, you can't. It's like there's just a darkness that drops beneath the cowl of the robe.
I have never heard somebody speak so flippantly of gods before. Who are you?
Oh, I've done it again, haven't I? I didn't mean to be flippant, just, irreverent was really what I was aiming for.
Reverend.
I just, Serenrae's not a bad lass.
Cade, you walk in and you hear this conversation. Markov, you see Alcott looks white, sheet white.
Can I make a... I've read lots of books as a kid. Lots of fun stories. Can I make a check to see if I've heard a story similar to this type of thing occurring?
What type of thing? What are you referring to?
A traveler, a man cloaked in black that just walks around.
It's brown, by the way.
Brown,
It's
sorry.
brown
Yeah, I
cloak.
meant when black, I meant his
Yeah.
his face, but just if I've read a
Go ahead
book.
and make a knowledge religion check.
Who walks with the gods and the mortals. Knowledge religion.
Yeah, it would be if it.
Not
It
always
is.
my best, so I will use the one advantage I've gotten today to get a
2 19s.
2 19s for a 29.
Wow. Okay. There is something that tickles at your memory, not of his description, but you had done some study inside the stone, and you recall that there was a deity which ascended by the test of the starfall. And what really connects it for you is the reference to Shellen liking his songs. There was a Caden, a drunken god, who ascended by virtue of an unintentional and quite wayward application for the starfall test, and emerged somehow, shockingly, deified.
No, yeah. Alcott is still there, white as a sheet. Unmoving.
No one else knows this.
Yes. But I knew out of character. I had
We both looked at each other.
Oh, thank you so much, Pat.
Huzzah!
66.
Huzzah!
As Cade walks in, the
That's
figure
okay.
the figure turns. He looks over at Cade. You see the same thing I've described to them. Looks like a man, maybe 5'10", if you can tell, as he's seated. Kind of a worn robe, or cloak rather. It's dusty. It's got some travel stains on it. He's got a simple mug sitting in front of him. As his head pivots over you. Ah, Cade, Cardinal, I believe you call yourself Captain now, yes?
Huzzah?
He lifts his mug.
A bit of a tall tale that was, wasn't it? But no more, right?
Oh.
We're less about what we were than what we are. in life, I suppose.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm a captain. And you are?
A traveler, a wanderer, a bit of a...
And you know my name how?
Oh, everyone knows of Brave Cade.
Oh, huzzah! Huzzah! Drink a swig of rum to that, sir!
Stroke his ego.
You hear a chuckle of laughter.
Why, you're the bloody hero of Sandpoint, aren't you?
He's a good man. He's a good man.
It looks like one of your fans managed to see the Heroes of Sandpoint act. Lucky you.
Oh, would you like to see another adventure of Cade?
When Markov said fan, because Irda was not able to break through whatever this is with her true seeing, she looks at him and she goes,
So, traveler. Typically, you're traveling from somewhere to somewhere.
He nods.
Where are you from?
I've been a bit of everywhere in my travels. Sometimes they all blur together. Generally, I prefer the Flyness.
Finesse. Same here.
I occasionally lounge about Galarian. I enjoy...
the Flyness. What sort of place is that?
Oh, never mind. It's of no relevance. Point being, I travel many places.
And why are you
I've
here?
got a really good horse.
He fancies himself.
Not as good as my dog, though, mind you. My dog, he's the best.
I got a bird. Parley the pigeon. Haven't seen him in a while.
They ate him.
Wait!
Oh, I'm sorry. Would have been better for you to find that on your own.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
So
No.
they ate
Wait. How do you know this? How do you know? Have you been on my ship?
Well,
In a manner of speaking.
Wait!
you remember when,
Parley's gone!
you remember when I cried that they were basically having a giant party on the
Oh, Sully's gonna pay for this. Sully's gonna... There's a lot of people I gotta keel haul. I got a list. Right now, I gotta take care of something. Would you like to see it?
There are more efficient ways to kill than this barbaric tactic of keel hauling. Why are you so enamored of it?
He's just really wanted to do it since he got the ship. Like,
You know, I'm a captain now. I've always wanted to do captainy things.
When he mentions that, I'm going to lean in and say, you have very good ears, don't you? That was said outside, and yet here you are.
I've always been called keen of hearing. Thank you for noticing.
Yes.
I find you quite dapper. The hat, smashing.
Excuse me one moment. I have to deal with something.
he's very polite.
I take. Do I see a thing of rum anywhere or water?
Well, of course. I mean, they're
I
barrels.
take a thing and I splash it in the guy's face, the barkeep's face.
Oh, the barkeep.
Oh, I was like,
Oh, not his face, the barkeep. No. Watch this. I splash it in his face to wake him up.
You splash his face. And it's, oh, hey,
Hi,
thank you
Lawful
very
Stupid.
much, Lawful Stupid. We appreciate the
Hey.
host. Thank you, my friend. You splash him in the face, and it's only then that you notice he's grown quite pallid indeed. His blood is covering the disc.
So he's not very alive, alert, or
and-
enthusiastic.
I don't think he's very thirsty.
Oh, Irda. Can you see to him?
yes, and she'll come over and lay on hands on the gross barkeep for 4 points of healing.
Yeah, I want him awake for this. I have something in store for him.
I am still confused why are we talking about this while we have apparently a very bemused...
I'm going to show him a show. He likes me, so I'm going to give him a show.
I don't remember him rightly saying that.
All right. So Irda, you walk over. You feel, and there is.
Did I kill this guy?
Nope.
Nothing.
Pull. Wait. You hear the faintest, perhaps the last beat of his heart.
Okay, lay on hands
Bring him
for,
alive so we
for
can kill him
4.
again.
All right, so you touch him with the healing power of Saren Ray, and he's gonna still have to make a con check here. You do manage to stabilize him. You see the wounds. How many hit points did you say it was?
4.
Yeah. So the wounds heal. Still some blood seeping from this shoulder, and a nasty-looking scar appearing on it. His eyes flutter open, still bound by the rope. Yes.
Yes.
What's he doing?
Stay still!
I still have got gold. Just give me the gold.
Yeah, that's what we want to know.
He's not
Where-
sitting up.
I sit him up.
Okay.
No, you can't. He's
Oh.
like he's bound,
Bound.
like head to toe in a rope.
Okay,
He's like hogtied.
Oh.
Maybe you can attend to your fan. I'm rather good at getting answers.
Well, I'm going to show. I want him up. So let me get him up.
Alcott.
Alcott, this is a very good question, has not moved from the position he is in. His jaw is slack, and he is staring at the man in the corner.
Can we sit him up?
And you all just keep walking
No,
around him.
imagine someone wound with rope head to toe. You're not folding. Like it's tight. It's constricted. He is bound.
After Irda heals the bartender, she realizes that Alcott is being very silent.
Actually, that's a good question. Is Animate Rope a concentration spell? Let's see. No, it's not. But it only lasts 1 round per level, so it does dissipate probably about the time that they're...
Well, it's not animated now. It's bound.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bound. It's
You-
already there.
Oh, no, so
Yeah.
it did tie itself.
Yeah, tie. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
tied off.
All right.
Alcott, are you quite alright?
I've read books about that, man.
Just let me go. I'll tell you where the gold is. If you sort of untie me, please.
I go over to the bar.
I won't bother the wench again. She's not that pretty anyway.
I start uncorking all the rum. This is what you want to serve this? This is a disgrace to anybody who drinks rum! And I just start popping. Now tell us where the gold is.
As you're doing this, you hear a chuckle come from the man that's sitting in the corner. Kay now over here behind the bar, pulling the corks on all of these barrels. As the liquor runs out, the tavern keep on the floating disc appears not to care one whit. It's not as though this is expensive stock. Most of it probably watered down. Half of it's probably goat urine. And as he watches it pour out, his eyes are just still going wildly around the room. He sees Irda.
You old pretty lass. If you let me go, I'll give you all the coin and all hail you in my establishment.
As soon as he turns and starts talking to Irda, the wings are because she never put them away, so they just kind of spread out as far as they possibly can. Sir, maybe you should stop commenting on what women look like. Spend less time worrying about what's in between your legs and more important about worrying about what's going to happen with your life.
He looks at your wings, and you can see the terror, but the greasiness of this man absolutely
Greasiness.
pervades larger than his terror. He looks over at you.
Stop thinking about what they look like. What else are women good for?
I'm gonna grab him by the hair, just not even like yanking it up, kind of just toying with him because he's completely in awe.
Like you're just like you're
Like make bullying basically. I'm gonna lean in and say, you know, you look a lot like a stuffed pig on this platter, and you oink a lot right now, so we're gonna have a lot of time to talk. You can cut it down.
You ask what women are good for?
the guy at the table. He chuckles a bit again.
You breathe
This
by
shit.
my grace. You quivering pile of pawn scum.
Oh, yeah. This time you got through to him. You see a little puddle appears on the platform that he's floating on now.
I'm done with the rum.
Yeah, so it's just still on it's running all over the floor, mixing with all of the refuse and sawdust all over the floor already.
So I come back.
Alcott still looks just catatonic standing there.
Now, enough about throwing his head, kind of just letting it drop against the platter. Enough about this man. That's not the right word for him. Him. Sir, obviously you have reason to be here.
Oh, here for the show, yes. Yeah, well done.
Stories.
Interesting stories.
See, Jenny stands trembling in the doorway. She looks accusingly at Cade.
You said you were going to kill him.
I'm kidding. Shh. That's our secret. Shh. I'll guarantee
I
you.
don't like secrets anymore.
Jenny,
Secrets mean
Jenny.
people lie. Secrets mean people do bad things to you.
Jenny, I'll kill him. Irda can't know. She won't let me kill him.
Well, okay, this is across. The,
Oh.
like,
Oh.
You're at opposite. She's in the doorway. You're over by the
I
rum.
run to her.
Okay, all right. Kate goes barreling across the floor of the Krabby Nethers.
This is
My friends, we stand before Caden Kalian, the lucky drunk, and the accidental god.
Do I hear this?
Yeah, as you're running, you hear this kind of from the
Wait, so I hear it as I'm running?
Yeah, uh-huh.
And I know who Caden Kelly is?
No, you have no idea.
Oh. Okay, so I don't really...
I would have heard of
So I continue running to
did
Jenny.
you
'cause-
make a knowledge religion?
I should have heard of him.
I'll go ahead and roll 2.
Yeah.
25.
I'm going to... Actually, I'm going to use my
Haven't heard of him.
lore master for this for
Okay.
today, for the natural 20
Okay, all right.
that it gives me.
All right, so you take the nat 20? Yes. So you are familiar with him as a, sort of a placid ally of Seren Ray. You know, no great love betwixt the two, but they are somewhat allied.
An accidental god, Alcott.
This is no jest.
I know not of him.
When you say these words, you see he reaches up and he pulls back the cowl of his robe, and it's nothing spectacular looking. Relatively handsome, if somewhat roguish man, with a mop of thick brown hair atop his head, bright and twinkling eyes. But as he does this, he does reach inside his robe, and a little tension in the room as he does so. And he pulls out a different mug, not this mug. From a robe that looks like it could not conceal such a thing, he pulls out a large silver mug, and he slams it on the table.
Good on you. That I am. Well met, hail.
You have many
You lot
tales.
are quite amusing.
What brings one of your nature to...
Hand me one of those mugs over
Okay.
there.
He looks like the guy with the fingers on...
Looks like Wolverine? a
Yes,
little
he
bit,
looks like Wolverine.
Okay, thank you for that completely anachronistic comment. He says,
Well, in a manner of speaking, you do. Well, not precisely. It's a bit more to the story.
Oh, well, I would love to hear your story. It's
Oh,
not
we all
every
have
day-
stories to tell.
It's not every day that someone gets to talk to a god directly, so freely.
You wish to hear my story. You have 4,000, 5,000 years to spare.
You could abridge it some.
I could, but I won't. The main point I wish to make is that while Seren Ray is not normally a bad sort, she has taken to meddling in matters she should not. And I don't know, she's acting a bit like Imade, undisciplined. Always bending about with powers that she should not. Out of her purview, if you take my meaning.
By the gods, you're speaking about holy rum. Of course.
Imade? Undisciplined?
I speak of one man holding power over another, or one god holding power over another. These things ought not be.
You love freedom and rum.
Freedom and rum?
It sounds as though you wish to worship. Would you like to know my nearest altar, friend?
Well, I do know that you also partake in wine.
As I said, your vintage, 4602, Stella.
I've tried it once. Yes. What can we do for you, Caden?
It's not really what you can do for me. Although, a good case of that 4602 delivered to my room, that would be wonderful.
I'll see what I can do. If it would provide me some favor with you.
Good on you, lad. Now, where were... Oh, yes. The unrightful abridgment of proper imbibing tastes. It was absolutely repulsive to see what was done to you, Cade. You're not a bad sort. In fact, I've seen you've done some quite good things.
Huzzah! At least someone sees that.
Yes!
Yes, in fact, yes.
Now, it's still good to tell the truth. Prevarication never prevails.
I always tell the truth.
Did you kill that dragon, Cade?
Or the Kraken. Or...
Let's just say without my help, it could not have been finished.
That's a good way to state it. So,
Thank you.
Cade, if you would like to be an appropriate penitent and worshipper, it must begin with the truth, for even those that enjoy a bit of the spirit's truth.
May I taste your spirits?
I might not recommend that, Cade.
Oh.
The dragon, the kraken, the captainhood before its time. Perhaps it would be good for you to atone for these with confession here before your comrades.
Well, atone fully?
If I said, let me repeat,
And what is your name fully, sir?
Cade, this is Caden Kalian, a god you're standing before.
Huzzah! Caden. And I'm Cade? Coincidence, coincidence.
I found it amusing myself.
This is quite amusing.
Oh, and you,
He pulls back his robe and he taps a rapier.
good choice of blade.
Huzzah! Huzzah!
Now, about those confessions.
Yes. Well, I like you as a god. I've not been too fond of a couple others.
Well, you know, desecrating altars is a good way to earn
I
his
wasn't.
favor.
I poured out rum. Good rum to a goddess. And she
On
flat denied my
urine.
sacrifice. A sacrifice of rum.
There
Okay.
was urine there.
Huzzah.
Have you ever heard of the idea of knowing one's audience?
Yes. I thought she answered me prayer.
That was not well done. But I understand. It was intended for good.
Yes.
It was daft.
She just did not understand my intention. Shouldn't a goddess know the intention?
No, we can be quite prickly about such things. Pouring.
Good to know. I can learn a lot from you.
Start taking notes.
I have
No,
him.
you say that in Alcott and you're both actively taking notes.
So, then about those confessions, Cade. I grow a bit weary.
Okay.
How? Wow, look at that. It's
So
close to
I'm
noon.
so the Kraken. Well, I did help kill it. Of sorts. Okay, Yerda killed it.
And the dragon?
Okay, I was doing a great job, but I stumbled,
And who
and it
saved
should have
you?
been a glorious kill. Glorious. I fell into the stupid snow. He killed it.
And who saved you from falling?
But I did.
Cade?
I wasn't sure if he was dead, so I stabbed his eye out just to make sure.
When he was dead. You did, yes.
Yeah.
I'm doing the questioning here.
I'm sorry.
If I think it's worthy of
No,
bringing
you.
up, I'll
Yes,
bring it up.
Alcott just shrinks.
Scribble some more.
Cade, the very beginning of your adventures, you lied from the start. You were not a captain.
I wanted to be.
There's a distinction there. You see it?
I trusted in myself.
Also a distinction there. Do you see it?
I trusted that I would be a captain one day. I wanted to live.
Let me try it this way, Cade. Have you sired any children?
Not yet, but I plan on it.
Though you may trust one day that you will, would you call yourself today a father?
I trust that I will be one day.
Do you see the distinction there?
Yes. I think I'm catching on.
Yeah, I knew you would.
I'm like that, you know.
Cade, it is good to enjoy the fruits of the vine, the lovely fermentations that occur
Yes,
with
well,
wines.
right now I have secondary rum.
These are the gifts of the gods. And yet, they must be tempered with wisdom. Otherwise, debauchery follows the path of Asmodeus and his ilk. You
We don't want that.
No, you surely don't. So, Cade, would you like to pledge yourself to me?
Huzzah! Do I get the taste of heavenly rum or even better upon doing so?
Cade, I will make a deal with you.
Huzzah. Listening.
Insane.
Ears wide open. Promises on the verge.
One moment. This would, no doubt render you either unconscious for weeks or dead. He finishes the tankard, takes his cloak and wipes it out to make sure there's no more drops left. See, it's kind of a dull, not particularly inspiring, just a dull but silver metal tankard. You swear fealty and loyalty. You will follow me, Cade and Caleb. You will do as is right, and you will allow no man to take power over any other. You will adhere with honor and a bit of fun, the spirit of adventure and bravery. Not to be restricted by those stuffy rulers of law that seek to control men in every way. He kind of shoots a glance over at Markov. But also, not some wayward lout, some beast as that, and he kind of points at the one up on the platform floating in the air. And in return, I may give you certain boons, including my mug. Any drink you pour in it will be the best you've ever tasted. And since rum is your preference, rum will make that swill that Serenade put in your bag taste like horse piss. But
So I don't depend on him anymore. I will get to fill it.
no man should have power over any other. Have I not been clear?
Huzzah.
But you must have power over yourself. This will taste 10 times worse than that, he points at Irda, if you do not keep your vow.
What kind of things is that in? Like, if I were to,
I mean, didn't he just listen?
like, I could still kill people, right? Bad people.
I would wholeheartedly encourage such.
Huzzah! I pledge!
Just gotta make sure of one thing first.
Stop arguing. I'm already signing.
You see he smiles, and as he smiles, it's the first sort of genuine smile. It absolutely lights up the room. Even those of you who are not worshipers, or even those of you who have had their goddess somewhat slighted, cannot help but just feel the sense of awe in his presence. And he looks over at Cade.
Do well, Cade. Do well.
Huzzah! To the god, Cade Hayden Killian.
And with that, we will conclude tonight's session of Blue Box RPG. Bravo. Thank you, everybody. All right, so we have 2 giveaways. We have our hoodie giveaway, and then we have our Demon Web Pits. You're not going to want to miss out on this. If you have not yet, type !hoodie in the chat. And thank you, guys. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that today.
Oh, yeah.
Well done. A lot of neat stuff. And I want to say thank you. There is an irony here to the way this happened, because it is absolutely true. I confess to having been unaware of Caden Kalen even 2 weeks ago. And it was our own Alcott,
Yes.
who just likes to constantly read things.
I'm pulling up the link that I sent Jenny.
And it is so incredible because the similarities are ridiculous. The god's name is Caden. She chose Cade, having no idea. His favorite, he is the drunken, accidental god.
He carries a rapier.
He carries a rapier as his blade. I mean, there was just so many similarities.
Players.
It was clearly providential. So as a DM, sometimes you must surrender when we often talk about the dice, but there is more to this game than dice. When the fates, when the books, when the game demands, the DM must surrender. It was absolutely the appropriate thing to do, and his desire that one of his principal tenets, you heard me say 3 times, no man should control another. He is a chaotic good deity.
Yes. And I was delivering Jenny from that evil barkeeper right in front of his eyes.
And you drew his attention. All right. And then after the hoodie, we're going to give away this. All right. So quickly, for the hoodie, last chance, ! hoodie, and we'll just give this away. Blue Box hoodie will keep you warm during the fall and winter. It will hug you with Blue Box warmth. Reminder, there is no stream on Tuesday, but please be with us on Wednesday when we'll be hosting Christoph Nolan of Greyhawk Online and the Greyhawk Wiki, and also the Orth Journal. He'll be with us Tuesday for Greyhawk, or for Lore Masters, along with Robert Phantom NJ, and then the 14th. Circle your calendar, emblazon it, tattoo it on your child. September 4th. No, don't actually do that. September 14th, Tuesday night. We will have Greyhawk Awakening Book 2 launching. Brand new PCs, same players, new artwork, some other new things. Great story interwoven with Book 1. And then lastly, of course, we have virtual Greyhawk Con coming up October 1st through 3rd. Mark your calendar. The hoodie. Thank you so much, Toriano. I'm glad you like it.
Already.
I wrote. Thank you, chatters. You guys killed it as always today.
Between the 3 of us, we now have a lawful good, neutral good, and chaotic good deity between the 3 of us.
That's right.
Huzzah!
Just wait till Alcott finds it.
All right. The winner of the hoodie is Kung Fu Grasshopper! Let's go. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And I'm pretty sure I already have your information. I believe. Here, let me double check.
So lawful good, lawful good.
I'm almost positive we've already sent you something.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. All right, so we'll send it. And then all I need to know, Kung Fu Grasshopper, please give me your size. So just send me that in Discord.
I'll find the chaos.
And send me the size that you'd like for the hoodie. Now, the second one, the grand prize giveaway. Let me get the giveaway
and I'm
ready.
getting the poll ready.
Lawful neutral. Or even true.
All right.
I think Abador's lawful.
Abadar is...
He's lawful neutral.
For this glorious reprint of Q1, one of the most iconic of the original TSR Advanced D&D modules, Queen of the Demon Web Pits, with David Sutherland and Gary Gygax helped author this. It includes all the original artwork, all the maps, the monsters, got some really cool map overlays in here. You can see all that. This guy, now this is a reprint. This is not original. Want to be clear. No false advertising here at Blue Box. But it is an absolutely perfect. It is pristine.
We only tell the truth at
Gorgeous.
So you type !Demon Web in the chat.
Now we tell the truth.
Yeah, now we tell the truth. Exactly. All right. Now, with that said,
Truth will out.
it's time for our stream MVP, and the stream MVP, after they give their cause for why they should be MVP, I'll tell them who they're rolling for. Remember, this is not just bragging rights. This is for 2,000 experience points, so this means something to these players. So you're going to choose the player that you think did the best with role play, maybe had the most epic roles, epic combat, nuance, preparation, cosplay. I don't care what you choose, whatever. You pick who you would like to pick today, and they will get 2,000 experience points. Okay, let's start off with you today, Alcott. Why should Alcott be Stream MVP?
Alcott should be Stream MVP for cosplaying really good. I tried. I don't have a blue vest. I wish I had a blue vest so bad. It would have been perfect.
Deborah
But-
wine.
Well, yeah. I mean, let me say this good. Look, you got to give this credit. He's got his own wine. He printed his own wine label. That is the Finch of the Devereaux crest.
Could you imagine if I came in here with a wine that I made, that I aged at home?
That would be a lot of experience points.
That would just earn you XP with the DM.
Yeah, here's a level up. Take it.
You can make wine in the crock pot.
Yeah, I mean, I might make some wine. I've wanted to make mead before. I know mead is really easy to make at home. Anyways, I mean, Alcott, he tied up the guy and helped Cade show him off, but Alcott did not really do a lot this session. I will secede my vote toward Cade. For
Well,
doing
don't
that.
forget, you
But-
also did the thought
detecting
detection,
thoughts?
right?
Oh, I mean, I learned
which
who
helped-
this guy in the corner was.
Right, and you figured out also sort of the location of Ginny as well. So, all right. Why
There were
should
some
Markov be Stream MVP?
I think Markov was in fine form today, in the sense that he was able to quickly deduce the crime scene and then immediately, through Iomede's superior divine wisdom, guide us directly to the Crabby Nethers, and then methodically created a trap, fell into it, and then scared the bejesus out of people suddenly.
Really bad.
Yeah, like I think we kind of see how Markov operates when he's on his own, in terms of how he gets his answers and
No,
how he.
your deadpan level, pardon me, level glare and your sort of Clint Eastwood, do you feel lucky punk tone?
Yeah,
Epic.
I appreciate it. So I think that's why Markov should get Stream MVP.
All right, well said. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Alcott, you are rolling for.
Yes.
And it's not too late. Type !Demon Web in the chat to have a chance for this awesome giveaway. And you're rolling for 2,000 Caesar.
Hey.
Congrats, Caesar.
2,000.
And just let us know you're still on. I believe Caesar was like our first or second chatter today. So I know he was on at the beginning. If he stuck with us. Well, I know it's not in the core rulebook, Lee. I'm sorry. Golly. You know what? Do you know how many worlds I play in and live in? I run campaigns and everything from Homebrew, Riven Realm, Lord of the Rings, Greyhawk, Galaro, and then I do this thing called The Job. And like, no, I do my best.
And apparently Caden's hanging out in Greyhawk too. So
Well, he is a
I
god.
mean,
Lee, I feel so judged right now. No. All right, so
He's at
just
least gone
teasing.
to check in.
All right, so
yeah,
Greyhawk.
because we said the Flynn S, and I was
Retarder.
immediately like,
I will read harder, I promise. Oh, you did grow up with Galarian, Lee. That's cool. Yeah, no, I didn't. I grew up actually. I mean, I played Forgotten Realms. I played
Forgotten Realms was my
Greyhawk.
thing.
I mean, I was original Greyhawk, and then Forgotten Realms is probably where most of my D&D time was growing up. All right, you Markov are rolling for Scott Obsidian Risk. Are you still with us, Scott? Pop us in the chat. Why should Irda be Stream MVP?
Irda should be Stream MVP for helping Cade along with his plan.
Huzzah!
And
That was very nice.
Actually, even in going back a little bit further, encouraging everyone to try to locate Ginny.
Yes.
And then following once Markov figured that out, but going along, we're helping Cade with his plan, reminding Cade to not just throw daggers in places because he could hit somebody that he doesn't mean to, making sure that Cade knew exactly where to throw his daggers, and then making two people pee their pants out of fear, including the first guy with her. There are more things to fear than what's in hell with her.
It was well done.
With
Very
her
well done.
wings and everything, and healing Ginny, and actually healing the bartender, even though he doesn't deserve it, but because
See what happens?
We brought him to life to kill him again.
and just
I'm going to.
starting to get her our very friendly god there to talk a little bit
Yes.
more, since Olcott was a little unable to speak at the time. So
Standing in the presence of a god, it's a little intimidating.
Exactly.
do it every day.
Yeah, well, Alcott,
Yes.
Prayer.
Alcott grew up with books about fantasy stories, not reading gods and all that other stuff. So
But yes, that's what Irda should be streaming.
Yeah, well done. Irda killed it tonight. All right, Irda, you will be rolling for Sinokin. Sinokin, are you still on with us? I saw you a bit earlier today. There's still
hello.
time. If you have not yet, type ! Demon Web in the chat. That's that's this guy right here, right? You can get this by typing Demon Web
That don't have these like
in the chat. We still have one more roll that we're going to be
I'm
doing.
actually pretty warm.
Are you?
Chirp, chirp. All right, you're here as well. Congrats, you are in the giveaway.
Okay, got it.
And then let's go to, I probably shouldn't have done you last since the whole thing was about you at the end. That wasn't really fair. I should have done that differently. My bad. Wasn't intentional. But why should Cade be Stream MVP?
Huzzah! Well, I should be stream MVP because I'm Cade. That's why. Well, let me just say, this was a stream for Cade. I did many things worth an MVP, I might say. First, I had to avenge Jenny, and I was very upset. So, I did want to burn the place down, but seeing there were other places around, I went against better judgment and decided to bash in the door, which I tried.
against better judgment.
Yeah, that's the term.
No, I know,
She
but
did go against better judgment.
Feels so backwards.
Kate
Well-
is learning to be more honest.
Yeah.
Yes. I tried to courageously and bombard the door open, but I rolled a crappy 1. Should have worn my shirt. And I did not open the door in just a heroic way. Then I had Irda give me strength, and she helped me with a plan. Irda did. This is great. So
I appreciate
So, I bash the door open, and I see the barkeep, and I throw 2 daggers his direction. Then, as he runs away. I chase after him. Then these 2 thugs get in front of the door. I go after one, stab him, and then take out his ribs. The other one goes to run. I swash a cape around his ankles and make him trip and hit his head. Then I run out the door for the barkeep. He's already tied up. So I draw a C in his arm so he always knows, Cade. But that won't be for long because I'm going to kill him anyway.
So it's really just for torture.
And
Just
the next.
for torture. Then
You stole my woman.
prepare to die. And then Alcott made a silver platter so I could take him around and kind of show off my heroicism to the crowd.
I admit, I assume that was Tensor's floating disc. I wasn't
Yes.
listening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tensor's
So he
floating
took a little license with Tensor's floating disc.
Then showed it to the crowd, gave the old woman a gold coin because I don't know what she did, but it was
Mine
nice.
is made of mercury. It uses mercury as an ingredient. Mercury
Then
as shiny
I
silver.
take him into his stupid. Oh, I also embolden Jenny to become her own woman. Then I go take him into the bar, and I just empty all of his crappy rum onto the floor. Nobody needs to drink that disgrace. Then I meet Caden Killian, and I pledge my allegiance.
All right. So,
lot.
Cade, you will be rolling for Mr. Grantler. I'm gonna allow that for this one. Well, are you DMing at all? Will you DM at all?
Oh yeah,
This
I
boy-
DM all the time.
Yeah, we play
Okay.
every
Oh,
month.
yeah,
We play tomorrow. We don't play.
Okay. All right. I will allow that. All right. So let's go ahead and let's do the roll off. And we'll start off with you tonight. Go ahead and tell us who you're rolling for, Alcott.
I am rolling for 2,000.
Everybody in the chat,
Caesar.
tell me who I should raid.
Remember who
And the stream MVP should be up. Please
Yes,
vote
it
for
is.
your
Vote
favorite
for
player
Stream
today.
MVP.
I got the 2 numbers that are hard to tell which way they face. I got a 6
and a 9. All right, so you have a 9 on the die. Let's go to you, Markov. Tell us who you're rolling for.
Obsidian Risk. This is for you. We've got 2 4s. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness.
We did our
Okay.
best.
Let's go to you. You're rolling
right.
for Seineken, right?
Yeah, I'm
All
rolling
right.
for Seineken.
Here we go.
It says raid Time Lord's wife. She has D&D.
Okay, good. She's got D&D going, all right?
19
Oh.
and a 9.
Ooh, okay. All right. You got to go
Are
up
you a
against it.
sub, Mr. Grantler?
He is a sub.
right.
Did the sub. It's very nice.
Don't tell the roll yet. By the way, if you're watching today and you haven't followed, or if you're a follower and you haven't subbed, or if you're a sub whose sub has expired, we have one question for you here today at Blue Box. What are you doing? Come on, give us a follow, give us a sub, please. And your roll was?
I'm sorry.
Seineken, you are the winner. I think that's a first time for
I think
Seineken.
so.
Yeah. So let me double check my list here. I don't see on my list.
Okay.
Yeah. So Seineken,
not
please
in
jump in our Discord.
John, while we wait,
Still
on
time for the vote?
poll to end, would you like me to read off some stuff about Cade and Kaylee?
I would. Vote top right-hand corner. Vote for your stream MVP. Seineken.
My Markov fanboy.
Everybody jump in that Discord. Our Discord is active all week long. It's a great D&D community. We pop all kinds of everything from memes to artwork to 3D printing. All of our different campaigns have chat rooms. It's a super active, super fun Discord. If you're watching the stream and you're not in our Discord, you're only getting about 75% of what this community has to offer. So please jump in that Discord. Seineken, direct message me your mailing address and your full name, and I will get this amazing book out to you this week. Go ahead.
Caden Kalian, Jenny, is aligned chaotic good, as you know. His portfolio is freedom, ale, wine, and bravery. His worshippers are brewers, vintners, which I don't know what a vintner is.
Winemaker. Really?
That's
No, I did not know.
That's what your
Wow.
family
Okay,
are.
so
They're
Lee, that's what you need to get on. Not that I didn't know who Caden get, but that Alcott didn't know what
I've
a
never
vintner
heard the
was.
word before.
Yeah, that's what it means.
Barkeeps, innkeeps, and good adventurers.
Huzzah.
His domains are chaos,
Oh,
Cade,
huzzah!
charm,
Huzzah!
Cade.
good,
Yes.
strength,
Oh, yes.
and travel. And as
Oh.
John mentioned, his favorite
check, and check.
his favorite weapon is a
Rapier.
Outstanding. Well done. And thank you and congratulations, Cade, your
Huzzah!
stream MVP today. Nicely done.
Thank
And
you, good fellows of the sea
I
of
want to say
Twitch.
thank you to all the viewers today. We're going to raid Kayla here in a second. Just stay with us
we
for
all
one more moment. I want to say thank you again. Let me kill the music so you hear me well. I want to say thank you to each and wrong one. That's not the music. This is the music. I got too many musics. I want to say thank you to all the viewers today. Great participation. The chat was awesome. Thank you for the gift sub. Thank you for those that rated today. Thank you for those that hosted today. Great to see many of our friends in the community. Hope to see you again this week as we prep on our LMA Wednesday. We got Kayla on now. Jay's going to be on later tonight. Jay, Lord Gazumba, is back from vacation, so don't miss his stream tonight. I believe he's got Tim and Anna B. Meyer on with him tonight, so that'll be a great show. And I want to say thank you again to these players. Coming in tonight with the cosplay and all the effort that goes into this, enduring the strange looks that you get as you go to your car in the parking lot of the grocery store or whatever you did on the way here.
Why you wait?
You do everything.
I did.
Once you get
I went to go get a
here-
haircut and I was like, I probably shouldn't put this outfit on before I go get a haircut.
So anyway, I would say thank you to everybody. Hope you have a great week, and we are rating Time Lord's wife right now.
We're good.
Oh, wonderful.